All right, good afternoon, Speed Gaming, or good evening for our EU viewers. Welcome to the second match of the Sandbox Any Percent Mario 3D tournament. Very excited to get this underway. I'm joined by co-commentator Nick Bluth. How's it going, Nick?
Yo, what's up, guys? I'm Nick.
Yeah, so sorry we're late here. Just technical difficulties, I think, with just second match. Stuff like that. So
Yeah, a few minor.
Under...
Yeah. I mean, we're pretty much good to go almost. I mean, we got both the racers on the stream. We got Flixer making some mogul moves and TTC right now. So
true.
We're about to get underway.
Yeah, it looks like it's just kind of waiting for racers to ready up. But yeah, so if you all are unfamiliar with the tournament, this is going to be a relay format, racing Mario 64, Mario Sunshine, and Mario Odyssey. 32 players have been drafted into, 32 players from each game have been drafted into 32 teams, and I'm going to do big tournament, single elimination bracket, and going to see how it goes. Should be able to type .info, or is it !info in chat?
Should be exclamation, I would assume.
Chat's dead for me at the moment, so I actually can't tell.
Twitch kind of choosing an inconvenient time to be broken at the moment, but we gotta just play the hand we're dealt, I guess. So
pretty much.
Hopefully it'll come back.
Yeah, so I'll just trust that, we've got about, 10,000 viewers. The stream's probably just popping right now. We just can't see anybody, so.
Yeah,
looks like our countdown is starting.
Oh, it's about to happen. All right, we've been given the go. Are we going to get started?
Should just be a little delay on the racers. Hopefully they get the go message there. Maybe. Pause champ.
I'm pausing.
If I could post pause champ in chat, I really would right now.
Yeah, I kind of wish I could post anything in chat right now. And we don't realize how good we have it when Twitch is working normally, man. Take it away, and we don't know what to do.
It's me, Mario.
Okay, looks like we're getting started.
Yep. Okay.
ISO versus Flixer. So Nick, you're more of a Mario 64 guy than me. So what's the lowdown on these two players here?
Well, it looks like ISO actually pretty top tier gamer. He's actually 6th place in the world on the leaderboards with a 47.
That's huge.
So yeah,
47 does not look easy.
Yeah, 47 is a ridiculous time. I mean, think about it. The game, it's been a major speed game for the better part of a decade, and 10 people have a 47. So
yeah, that's crazy.
That just goes to show like how much of a veteran ISO is of this game. We also got Flixer, no stranger himself. He's sitting at a cool 49. So ISO will have the advantage going into this leg of the race, but it is a race. Anything can happen.
Oh yeah.
But that's the facts as of now.
I don't think anyone's immune to the Mario meltdowns, so
they're abundant in this game.
Yeah. Are these guys both playing on N64 as far as I can tell?
Looks like it. We'd kind of be able to tell visually if it was VC.
I know we have a couple. Yeah, I know we have a couple VC and MU players in the tournament. So
yeah, and plus I have them. They're on the N64 leaderboard, so I can only assume.
That would make sense. That would make sense. So starting off with bomb clip, this should be pretty easy for these guys.
Looks like we got no island hops coming out from either of them. I would expect ISO to go for island hop in his normal runs, but since it's a race, Yeah,
I mean, island hop, that's... What kind of time save is that anyway?
It's 5 seconds. It saves the castle movement of going back to BOB, but it is a frame perfect and nearly angle perfect setup, really, so it's very risky for races.
Yeah, no, I've watched D whatever reset about 50 million times to island hop, so no, I totally get it.
Dude, I've messed around with island hop myself. It's such a difficult trick, man. The fact that like at 47 level you have to go for that is kind of crazy. I mean, it is literally the first star, so quick resets, but still, man, it seems like one of those things that like we wish we never found it,
Kind of Pandora's box there. A cool 12-9 from ISO, 12-7 from Flixer. Nice.
Yep, no 13 Theodores in here. We are 12 gamers.
Any 12-year-olds in chat?
Oh, I certainly hope not, Monka TOS.
I wouldn't be able to tell because Twitch is still bugging out.
Yep, I just got the spinning circle connecting to chat.
Yep.
ISO being a bit of a ground pound. Gary moving to Womps almost gives Flixer the lead.
Oh, there was a ground pound? I didn't see.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Gotta love those accidental ground pounds, man. I don't. Is that like? I guess that's not a thing in Sunshine because there's no long jumps.
No, yeah, we don't have a long jump. So
Yeah.
no accidental ground pounds, at least not for usual play.
Bro, must be
Flixer on
nice,
the-
man.
Ooh, Flixer misses the canless. It's unfortunate. But
Oh,
ISO
yep,
with a
Some rough movement up to Owlus. Hits the trick though.
that's good. Are you watching the restream website?
I
as
am,
opposed to
yeah.
Twitch? Oh, okay. I just wasn't sure if we were out of sync or something there.
No, I think I'm like a couple seconds behind you because you said you missed Cannibals
Uh-oh.
before I saw it, but I just
Whoopsie.
refreshed, so hopefully
Okay.
I'm good now.
That'll be good. ISO going for his own canless. Very clean. And we're going to see Fixer's second try.
Did both of them do texture setup? Flixer did it. Ooh.
Yes, they are doing texture setup, and Flixer is unfortunately failed a second time. Going at
Dude,
it again.
Okay,
There
there
we
you
go.
go.
There we go.
Man, Island Hop and Cannonless, just all these really precise
Yeah.
setup tricks right at the start of the run. 70 is a grinder, man, especially at a top level.
Yeah, stuck in Womps.
It's very easy to get stuck there.
Watching ISO do 100 coins. This is such a cool star to watch as a
Yeah.
casual SM64 viewer like myself.
Yeah, I personally think Womps Fortress 100 is one of, if not, in fact, I'll say it. I'll come out and say it. I think Womps Fortress 100 is the most fun star in the routes.
Oh,
What is
ISO
going
no.
on? Okay.
ISO. Okay.
Dude, I thought that was a death.
No. Oh, okay. Okay, that's not the edge of the stage. Oh my gosh.
He was
I'm
on the
so
edge of the
nervous,
stage for a
dude.
second. He reacted quickly enough to start kicking up the slope. I thought
Wow.
that was a death, man.
Yeah, gamer instincts there, just doing good kicks. Whew. Okay,
Well,
we're good though.
As I was saying, yeah, Womps 100. I personally think it's the most fun star in the routes. It's just the movement's really
Yeah.
cool. If you go for like the pro cycle, you got a lot of cool stuff going on. I think it's a cool star.
Yeah. Looks like with that couple candleless misses from Flixer and that little fiasco from ISO, they're about even. Collecting the 6 star at the same time.
Yeah, Mario Meltdown's coming in equal proportions. Got us a sync in the
Perfect.
process.
Heck yeah. Dude, this is so cool. I don't know.
Dude,
So
I'm
let's
loving
see.
this.
They still have 1 star before Womp King, it looks like. 1 star each. Yeah, I think Flixer has to do Owlus, rather.
Oh yeah, and ISO doing Wild Blue, couple single jumps.
And
it
there we go.
seems.
Clean Owlus.
Looks like ISO got a bit of a lead from that, so yeah, because they had to do different stars,
Yeah,
so they
about a
weren't
second or
truly
something.
synced.
Yep.
Okay.
Tackling the Womp King next. Looks like that's like for lag purposes, right?
Yeah,
So-
yeah. You want
because,
to I want to do Womp King as late as possible to avoid lag on N64.
right. Looks like Flixer kind of did some muscle memory there. Thought he was going for the I forget the name of the star, but the one on the side, and had to turn around.
Oh, Wild Blue, yeah.
Yeah, he was going for Wild Blue there.
It's so common.
Probably used to. Yeah.
Yeah, it's so common to forget what star you're going for sometimes. Like you do all these runs, they start to run together, and you're just like, what star do I need to do? Especially like if your order gets messed up,
Yeah.
it can happen.
Sunshine, you do usually do the same order, but sometimes there's really similar movement at the beginning of each level, so that can happen there too.
Oh
In
right,
levels
yeah.
like, in levels like Bianco and Serena Beach, there's like you kind of do the same movement at the start, but then you switch it up just a little bit. And so if you're not paying attention, you'll just end up completely wrong area. So looks like pretty clean. What's the name of this star?
I just
Top
call
of
it
the
Tower
or
Star.
something? Tower Star. Okay. Pretty clean for both. ISO with the solid lead here. Nothing too crazy though.
All right, so we got a couple little boring stars, so to speak, in between. It's a little interim period between Womp's Fortress and Dark World. Two pretty high intensity stages, and then we get to chill out a bit with these stars. Ooh, ISO with the bonk.
That's odd. I don't think I've seen that bonk before.
Yeah, because you want to land as close to the wall as possible without actually hitting it, so it's kind of easy to bonk sometimes if you're not careful.
Interesting. Flixer with the consistent 12.7. Such an important star. You really gotta get those points.
Yeah, dude, you're gonna if you wind up with a 13, man, you're gonna get laughed out of the room. You want to make sure you're getting those 12s.
Sure. ISO with an unfortunate 14, but we won't talk about that. So
yeah, I mean it's a bonk. That's why the bonk feels so bad, man. It's like there's no 12 for you, not even a 13.
All right, looks like pretty clean wing cap from both. Oh, ISO with a nice text cancel there. Very clean.
Ooh, yeah, that switch rollout is a big move.
Yeah. Flixer with a good one as well.
I just noticed, is ISO saving his game? I don't think I saw him scroll down.
I'm not sure.
I think I saw him just A to save. I don't know. Maybe.
I mean, I don't think I've
game over.
I don't think I've ever seen a game over in Mario 64, but maybe in races it's a little more dangerous. I don't know.
Maybe. All right, so going for Shigeru cycle, both runners, I think. Oh, they're both doing the cool camera setup. ISO not getting too fancy with the movement, just doing what's necessary to get to that Shigeru cycle. It's a pretty standard cycle. These runners have both made it hundreds of times.
That'd be the second fastest cycle, right?
Yeah. It's
Gotcha.
Shigeru is like the RTA sort of cycle, and then Tsukishima is like for ILs, and I guess shorter categories would like to use it.
Yeah, like 0 and 1 star, stuff like that.
Right. Certain 70 runners at the top have started to put in Tsukishima cycle into 70 runs, which I think is mind-blowing.
Yeah, that's insane.
Because you have people
really
like Cheese in 120 star, he's been doing Tsukishima cycle in some of his runs, but Dark World is the first stage in 120 star. It's 12 stars in 70, so that's just how much more risky going for that cycle.
That's true. Yeah, I didn't think about how late in the run it is comparatively.
I mean, you'd like to LBLJ into Dark World if you can to get that stage out of the way, but in 70, BLJs are banned.
True. And I think, as a casual viewer, I think it's better for it. I'm not the biggest BLJ fan myself, but, I can kind of
toxic. Yeah, it's a bit of a toxic mechanic. I mean, a lot of people were complaining about 3D All-Stars patching it, but personally, I say good riddance, man. BLJs, it's a fun little glitch, but when it comes to actually having to grind runs with it, it causes a lot of pain.
Yeah. I think there's a really cool one in like Hazy Maze Cave in 120, but
oh yeah, the 100 coin. There's actually 2 BLJs that top level 120 runners do. Yeah, there's the 100 coin to kind of break through the level, and then the other one is absolute craziness. It's called Toxic Maze BLJ.
Yeah, I think that's the one I'm thinking of.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so both runners doing sky jump because we did not see an island hop, so we got to get this star the old-fashioned way. Maybe not the intended way, but certainly the old-fashioned way.
Oh yeah, that's got to be one of the older techniques in the speedrun.
Mm-hmm. Good old sky jump. So CCM again, a bit of it's kind of slow going here in lobby. Womp CCM pretty standard stages. Once we get to basement though, is when it's gonna start really heating up. I'm curious if we'll see some difference in. Right, yeah, because CC, it's a pretty chilly stage, man.
I was talking Lethal Lava Land, but yeah.
Oh right. Oh, I thought you were just getting at like anything other than CCM would be hotter since it's a snowy stage.
Yes, different goals here. So, Flixer looks like he's starting out with the slide. Are these guys doing the double pillarless route?
Yeah, I was just about to ask about that. Flixer is not, because if he was, he'd be getting 100 coin with this star.
Right. Okay. Which, yeah, I was just watching the first race on SpeedGaming 1, and I think one of the runners went for it and kind of got punished for it. So,
oh, you hate to see it.
He missed some coins on the slide and had to pick up a couple red coins, but hopefully that doesn't affect. Yeah, is ISO doing double pillarless? Do you know, or I guess we'll see.
Yeah, if he goes for if he goes straight into the slide, no. But if he goes for coins, yes.
Okay. Flixer with a clean wall kicks will work there. Very nice.
Oh, we are gonna see a double pillarless for ISO.
Oh, is that? That's the start for it? Okay.
Yeah, because in the single pillarless route, you go for just the slide skip that Flixer did, where you just go into the slide, then you do the penguin race with the 100 coin. And double pillarless, you do the 100 coin with the slide itself, no penguin at all.
Right.
And that's what we're gonna see.
Very cool.
I'm
Definitely
kind of
the
impressed.
faster route there.
Yeah, it's a much faster route, especially if you do Tama Plus. You're going to be saving 8 seconds over a standard route.
Oof,
very risky. I mean, in a race, I'm kind of impressed that ISO is going for it because it's frame perfect pillarless. You got to do it twice as well.
Oh my goodness.
So, a bit of excitement already added into this already high octane race.
Yeah, you see this similar slide from Flixer here.
Yeah, this
Has
time
to make sure
racing
he
the
doesn't
penguin.
get too many coins. I think he's missed one.
Yeah, I think he skipped the safety red coin. Or no, I think he got it. Yeah.
Oh?
So there's an additional 2 coins you can get to make the slide a bit more lenient. If you don't get that extra coin, then you can only miss 1. If you do get it, you're allowed to miss 3. And I think just for race purposes, he did get the safety red. No shame in that.
Oh yeah.
Because if you don't get the safety red and you miss more than 1 coin, you're losing minutes, and that's not what you want to see.
Yeah, you got to do the whole 100 coins again, right?
Mm-hmm.
So. Oof.
But none of that here. Yeah, so ISO is going to be exiting CCM with 17 stars. Flixer's going to pick up 1 more before leaving, but ISO's right into BBH.
And this is a pretty short level, isn't it? You just kind of pick up a couple stars and just yeet out of there.
Yeah, just 2 quick stars,
Right.
and then you ditch the place. It's still kind of surprising to me how BBH is even in the 70 routes, but
Yeah, it does seem weird.
it makes sense. It's 2 quick stars, but what do you think about? You got to go all the way down this hallway. You got to wake up this boo, enter the stage, and it feels like it should be too slow, but it's not. It's fast.
Very interesting. Yeah, these are quick stars. Flixer finishing up CCM. He's picking up 1 extra star because he's not doing the double pillarless. So it'll kind of look like he's more behind than he is, but not too bad of a.
Yeah, we won't really. Yeah, we won't really get a sense of how far ahead or behind either runner is until we exit SSL. So we've got to just pause champ until then.
Oh man, if we could connect to chat, we'd pause champing everywhere.
Ah, dude, that'd be the dream. It's a shame Twitch has got a bug out on us right at this momentous occasion. Hey, at least the stream's up, Let's count our blessings.
That's true. Yeah, that is nice. So, looks like going down into the basement here. Looks like a clean boo kill from Flixer and a bonk from ISO. Oh no.
Ooh.
We should really get a bonk counter for this.
Yeah, that'd be a neat little thing to have. Oh, ISO with the punch grab MIPS.
Ooh.
That may not look too flashy what he just did, but grabbing MIPS with a punch rather than a dive is actually extremely hard.
Yeah, you've got to pretty much go neutral on the control stick to be able to do a punch, right?
Yeah, and you gotta time your positioning right. And ISO, what's with this route, man? Going LLL first?
Whoa.
Hold
I
on.
guess... Is there any timing difference really between doing SSL versus LLL?
I'd imagine. I mean...
Or is it like runner preference as far as, I'm trying to get SSL done first because it's, harder level?
Put it to you this way, I've never seen anyone go for LLL first.
Huh.
If there is a time difference, it probably can't be more than, say, a second or so, but
Oh, yeah,
LLL
I mean,
is... Right.
You're kind of in the same spot, so...
SSL is absolutely the harder stage, especially with the double plus routes. LLL is actually one of the easier stages in the routes.
Going for lava boost here. Ooh, just barely
Very
made it up.
nice. Very scary trick.
Maybe that's how it always looks.
Yeah, I mean that particular method of lava boost it's quite scary. It barely makes it up, but it's pretty satisfying.
Very nice.
So Flixer going SSL first.
Man.
I'm very curious about this difference in routing. I was not expecting this.
Yeah, I don't know. We get to see some variety here, make it harder for us to talk about because 2 different levels going on. Pillarless from Flixer. You'll have to comment this. I don't know if it's going right or not.
Yeah, pretty standard setup. Going for the double jump setup and right into the pyramid. Okay, not
Nice,
bad.
that looked pretty good.
I thought he might be going for Tomoples, which is like, I don't know if you know about the different pillarless variants
I've heard
at all.
the name. I do not know what that looks like though.
Yeah, it's about 4 seconds faster than regular pillarless. I expect
wow.
we'll see ISO doing it. With the quote unquote easy method. I mean, pillarless is not an easy trick, but with the easiest method, you double jump over the hill. But Tomoples completely skips that. You just kind of slide and dive right into the hot zone, as it were.
Wow.
So hopefully we'll see ISO doing that. That'd be pretty sick.
Was that a intentional ground pound from ISO, or is that a missed long jump? Because the ground pound worked.
Did he use the ground pound to kill the bully?
Yeah, the ground pound killed the bully perfectly. I can't really tell if that was intentional or not. But if it was, I mean, cool.
I think it. Yeah, I'd imagine it was. I mean,
Okay.
you can kill a ground pound. You can kill a bully in several ways. You can side flip him. You can ground pound him. And I assume that's what he was doing.
I've never seen someone kill him in that spot before. It was kind of interesting there.
Was it kind of on the right side of the platform?
Yeah, it looked like he was lining up to go over to the 3 bully star. So.
Oh. Yeah, I think it was intentional.
Flixer moving in, gonna tackle some of the same stars here.
Yeah, LOL is pretty standard stage. We got about 4 stars in here that are really simple, pretty tough to mess up. And then you got Lava Boost, which can get a bit dicey. LOL, like I said, one of the easier stages. Most people would agree.
Yeah, in my short time learning some 70 stars, you can tell I'm a Mario Sunshine player. Yeah, Lethal Lava Land wasn't too hard when I was trying to learn some stuff.
Gotta love the accidentally saying the wrong object, like stars and shines.
We've got all 3 in this race, is the thing.
Yeah, we're gonna
have
get so
moons.
confused.
Oh no.
Bro, ISO going to HMC early?
Wait, what?
What is happening? What?
Wait.
What is this route? I have never seen this route in my life.
Wait, isn't there a whole deal about going to HMC late and it saves like 0.1 seconds or something?
Yeah, HMC late is like the standard route you see everyone do. But not only is ISO doing HMC early, that alone is already pretty strange. But the fact that he's completely skipping over SSL, I don't know what's happening right now.
You'd have to assume he's going back to SSL.
Oh, yeah. That's not,
you're not going to find stars that fast somewhere else, unless he's just memeing on everyone. I would really doubt that, but
maybe ISO's so confident in his skill level, he might bust out some truly slow stars and still win the race. You never know. But I don't think so. I think he's going to be going for it. Maybe not the most conventional route, but at least the conventional stars.
Right. Yeah, I'd imagine. I don't know.
So, my guess, I have a little hunch that he might just get the other stars from HMC and then go upstairs, or go to DDD, and then kind of do what the HMC late route does, except with SSL late. But that'd be very strange. I mean, maybe it's a race and you're guaranteed not resetting anyway, so it doesn't matter what stage you do first.
ISO going for Christmas Miracle.
Oh yeah, gotta love the strat.
I just love the name of the strat.
I honestly don't know how it got that name. I've always heard it called that, though.
I don't know, something like they didn't expect it to be possible and then it just kind of works. I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's my guess, I guess.
Let's see. Flix has probably got like one star left here in LOL. Yep. 8 red coins left, so.
I wonder is ISO gonna get the... Is he gonna get this star and then get Toad star and then go to DDD with 31 stars? Or did he get Toad already?
I didn't see.
Huh. Just very mysterious route going on here. I still don't quite know what's happening.
Yeah, we're seeing a first here, for sure.
Nice.
Yeah, he is saving. He is saving. So has he done all the HMC stars, or...?
Yeah, he's done with HMC.
Oh, okay. What do you know? So yeah, the question is, do we go to SSL now, or does he do the kind of exit course route thing? Whatever.
We'll see. Oh, he is going to DDD. He's doing SSL late. SSL.
Right, because he needs to get he wants to get the second MIPS down here later as well.
Right. Yeah, he's doing SSL late. What?
Okay. And because of that, we do end up syncing up again, and we're actually on the same level.
Yeah, well,
Alright.
the difference being ISO with a 1-star lead.
Right, that's true.
But he did get one extremely quick star in Toadstar, so it's not as big of a lead as it seems.
True. Yeah, I'd have to know, how much faster SSL is versus HMC, as far as how much time it's going to take Flixer to do HMC later, stuff like that. So.
Pretty. I mean, I would say a pretty trivial difference so far. I mean, we got all of upstairs to contend with, and you can lose minutes there to just random stuff.
For now, we get fun swimming stars.
Yeah, I mean, this chess star is actually really skill intensive. I would say swimming in this game is hard. I don't know if you've seen DDD 100 and 120 star. I'm sure you have.
Oh
but,
yeah.
Everyone loves, praising the poleless, substrats, the tight triple jump dive to get the red coins, but like people overlook the swimming part of that star. You can lose 30 seconds to a top player just on swimming alone.
Wow.
Swims are hard.
I wouldn't be surprised. Just casually playing this, I definitely swim around and just have no idea what I'm doing. So
right.
Probably takes
not only
a lot of
is it's timing the swimming, and it's also making good turns and lines. Lines are everything.
Front sub?
Yo.
Very nice.
ISO with the Chad strat, dang.
Oh. This is the star. No. Still very nice front sub.
Yeah. That's all that matters.
Front sub seems like a pretty top level strat, is it not?
It definitely is. I mean, front sub on its own isn't the hardest thing to do, but compound that with the lag makes it so much harder to time the inputs.
And I'd imagine it's pretty punishing if you fail it versus back sub.
Oh yeah, extremely. And you got to think about when you make a mistake in that little subsection of DDD, not only are you losing time from the mistake, but double that, because you're lagging the whole time.
Pretty cool
Very
game.
Scary.
I mean, people like to complain about Mario Sunshine's RNG, but you guys got all this lag, man.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm kidding.
I mean, hey man, I don't even disagree with you. If VC was the standard platform, I'd say all the better. The fact that we have to play on N64, I mean, not have to, but you know what I mean.
I think the camera angle tech is pretty interesting. Yeah, we're going into Fire Sea for both of these guys. So, what's like the really good cycle they're going for?
Lava Boost cycle is the ideal cycle for top runs, because not only do you make the fast platform cycle, but you also make it fast enough to lava boost onto the middle part of it. Oh,
yeah, no lava boost there.
Oh yeah, looks like Flixer won't even get fast cycle.
Oh no!
Oh! Please don't die, ISO.
Should be fine here.
Yep, no fast cycle. No fast cycle for either player. Interesting.
Ooh, did Flixer nail it? Yeah, it looks like it.
No, he's on a completely other cycle, I think.
Oh, it's a different cycle? Never mind. But it looks like he did get what he was looking for. Taking some lava damage as well.
Near-death experiences for both runners.
My goodness.
This is getting hairy!
This is the scariest Fire Sea I've ever seen, but twice.
Grabbing the heart for some insurance. Okay. Several Mario meltdowns later, and we're more or less synced.
Oh my goodness. I can't believe between all those mistakes nobody died, honestly. That was great. Oh my gosh. Dude, no!
Oh my god! Are you kidding me? The most obscure ever bonk on the item block into the death. I wouldn't be surprised if that's never happened to ISO in his life. That is crazy.
I'm certain. Silver lining is he's already gotten the star.
That's true. That's true.
Again.
You're right. Okay, that would be so much more of a time loss if he didn't get the coins.
Yes. Oh, absolutely.
I couldn't believe my eyes, man. Like, when I saw him bonk, I was going to say, like, oh, man, that's probably a rare bonk, but he'll just lose some time and move on. But the fact that he died from exactly that bonk is so
that's
crazy.
insane. My goodness. So, yeah, honestly, at this point, I'd say Flixer's probably ahead. Hard to tell with the route difference, but, like, yeah, Flixer's definitely at a lead here with... it's probably like a minute or more here for ISO.
Busting out some 16-star strats, though. Love to see it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true. With the more popular categories being 70 and 120, probably from a viewer perspective, I guess you don't get to see the non-red coin variants for these levels too often.
Yeah. I personally prefer the red coin versions. I think the movement's more interesting. But top level Fire Sea without red coins is a spectacle. ISO didn't bust it out, but
Ooh,
still got to see some cool strats.
cool double box kill from Flixer there.
Yeah, that speed kick into the double box break it's pretty swaggy.
Very cool. Ooh,
Oh,
nice
seeing some
spider. Came right to him.
Oh yeah, that was good RNG. I got some splits from Flixer. Quite interesting.
Yeah, very, very exciting.
Yeah, so
It's like-
I was gonna comment.
I can't actually see the numbers, but it looks like he's on a good run.
Yeah, a little bit of red, but hey, some red never killed anyone.
Oh, yeah.
I was
This
gonna
is one of
comment.
the- Oh, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I was just gonna say, it looks like Flixer got a mid 26 Fire Sea exit, so he should be on pace for like a 50 here if
Okay.
upstairs goes well. Maybe a low 50, high 49, something like that. I'm not sure exactly. Oh, it looks like
I'd have
chat
to-
is reconnected.
Oh, we have chat? Chat. It's good to see you, chat. How's it going, guys?
I see Goryuya SMO.
You enjoying the Marios? And it looks like Flixer's finished a pretty good 100 coins here. Very nice.
Pretty nice. I have such a love-hate relationship with this star, man. At the same time, it's a lot of awkward movement and RNG, and it can be frustrating, but at the end of the day, it's a pretty cool star. The movement is pretty sick to see. It's fun to practice, too.
It certainly looks like it. Let's see.
Yeah,
It looks like it seems like it's pretty standard level. Like they're both going to be going for the same stars.
Yeah, pretty standard. We might see triple jump wall kicks out of ISO, but not Flix. Maybe Flixer will do the triple jump wall kick.
Yeah, it looks like he skipped it for this one.
Okay, yeah, triple jump wall kick's pretty Chad strat. Yeah, what do you guys, now that, you know, we're finally face-to-face, chat, what do you guys think of that That was crazy, right? That Fire Sea moment? That was insane. Imagine if SSL late is actually faster. Soda, please do not give us that curse energy. That is not something we need in our lives.
Late SSL. Yeah, I can imagine that doesn't sound too fun.
I guarantee you there is no one on this planet that wants to do double pillarless right before going to Tippy.
Ooh, yeah, no, probably not. So, yeah, ISO does not care about this lag. He's saving every star. Just thought I'd point that out.
No Hackasay, because you just do HMC instead of SSL, and it's like you end up with more stars even.
Ooh, ISO, nice triple jump wall kick there.
Oh yeah.
That does look like a Chad strat, I have to say. Did Flixer fall? Or was that the... I wasn't watching the screen.
Did he? I thought he was just doing elevator star. I don't know.
He already got elevator. He might have fallen trying to do this. I actually wasn't watching. Whoops.
Oh heck. Commentators kind of slacking off here. Gotta
True.
step up our game.
Reading too much chat. Ooh. That was a little different from ISO. Is that a like more top strat, that triple jump dive there?
Oh yeah, that's a pretty tough strat.
Oof.
So ISO with 39. Wait, so is he done with? No. He's got one more star to do. He has
One more.
Yeah, he has a whack star.
That's just the shocking air lifts or whatever.
Normally you exit Wet Dry World with 39 stars, but with ISO's black magic route, who knows what's going on, man.
Flixer gets the 5 secrets on THI. That jump at the end is so scary.
Oh
Just to watch. I don't know how difficult it actually is, but it always looks scary.
The beginners, I think, struggle a lot with it, just because, like, Mario's jump height is influenced by his speed. You know, everyone knows that.
Right.
As long as you jump off the same part of it every time, it seems scary, but it actually gets pretty comfy before you know it.
Oh, that's good. ISO doing the same start here.
Yeah, THI Secrets, though. Really cool star, really laggy and annoying at times, but when you pull off the correct movement, it's really satisfying.
Oh yeah, looks very nice. And ISO gets the jump too. Nice.
Yeah,
I think
we're on a pretty good run. Sorry.
Yeah. No, I think he might have fallen because it looks like ISO's catching up, kind of. I could be wrong, but
No, keep in mind, the lead might be a bit deceiving because if ISO is 1 star ahead, Flixer still gets to do Toad Star in basement, which is an
true.
extremely fast star.
True.
I'm gonna check Flixer's stream here, see if he's on any kind of pay. Actually, best possible time 49:29.
Do you think that's 49? Do you think that's 49able? I mean, obviously there's a lot of run left, but
Oh, his PB is a 49:18, so it is not PB pace, but
oh, okay. Still, that sounds like a really good paced run, though.
mm-hmm.
I think if you are within a minute of your PB in this game for a race, that seems pretty good for a race time.
Yeah, you can lose so much time. I mean, for SMS, I guess it's probably even worse, right? Because runners are really far off their sob, even in regular runs.
True. Yeah, we'll probably see that take effect. But yeah, SMS, you'll pretty rarely get within a minute of your PB just due to, unfortunate luck-based elements here and there.
Flixer with a nice log wall kick. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong stream, commenting on something that's old news.
Flixer, what'd you call him? The ground pound Stan or something? Ground pound Gary?
Oh, yeah, ground pound Gary.
Thank you for teaching me that. I'm definitely going to use that. It looks like he's getting the that weird clip twice here. Pretty good.
Yep, got a mountain clip Marvin in the house.
Mountain clip, there we go. Man, I was just watching, I guess that community SM64 highlight video recently, and a bunch of people were diving into the waterfall and just clipping through and dying. Was pretty impressive. So glad to not see that here.
Is that like the best of 2020 or whatever that got released recently?
Yeah,
or?
I think so. I think
I need to watch that.
Simply was watching it on his stream, so.
Yeah, I saw Cheese watching it on stream as well. I need to watch the video myself.
It has some interesting sound effect choices, but it's a good video though.
Oh god, that sounds very interesting. I can't wait to see it.
It's basically made me feel like I was in 2009. So, yeah.
Nothing wrong with a bit of datedness in the style. Can be fun. Is Twitch borked again, or is chat just kind of resident sleeper at the moment? I can't really tell.
Hard to tell.
We're here. All right, Max coming in clutch. Let's go. Let's go.
Chat lives. Very good. Ooh. Oh, did Flixer die on the... Oh, no.
That's going to be a capital D colon
Died
for
on
me,
the
dog.
box.
Oh, Flixer did not. All right. Chat picking up the commentator slack. Love to see it.
No, he didn't get the star. He definitely died.
Right.
I saw the death animation.
Oh, okay. Did not get the star. Right.
Did not get the star. Oof. Gets to the second try, though.
F, oof, rip, sad, L. All the sad terms.
Oh, is Flixer doing breezeless? Oh, attempted it.
The madman went for breezeless. Love to see it.
Oh, no.
Oh, a bit of a reverse sort of jump.
Don't know if that's the standard. Yeah, it looks like he wanted to turn around there.
Yeah, I think he failed the quick turn. Which is understandable. Quick turns are pretty hard. Tabby actually got breezeless in match 1. What a legend.
Oh, wow. Now we're going to Snowman's Land. This level's pretty interesting. I don't know. A couple of fun stars.
It's 2 pretty tough stars, 2 pretty lax stars, I would say. Snowman's Head, definitely one of the spectacles of upstairs. There's so many different ways to do this star, and at the top level, this star is a savage, I gotta say.
Okay.
Flixer with a bit of a hiccup.
Both, but we're back in sync.
Yeah, we're practically sync. ISO does have that 1-star lead, but they both have to go back to the basement, and Flixer also gets a quicker star than ISO. So this is a really close race, actually.
Yeah. Yeah, that actually is really close. Wow. Just that huge difference from the Death on Fire Sea from ISO. Really unfortunate.
Flixer going really far left here, kind of doing a mix of the I guess, basic and advanced strats. Interesting.
Interesting.
He went for the double speed kick, but didn't go on like the right side of the hill. Interesting. Okay. No big deal, though. I'm sure he does the other strat in runs, but maybe in races it's just not as safe. HMC is longer than SSL. Well, Whack, you gotta. It's just raw star counts at this point. Like, you know,
Yeah,
it's not which stage is longer. It's how many stars do they have. Correct me if I'm wrong. Am I using the right reasoning here? Yo, ISO with the red coins.
Not totally sure. Yeah, SL red coins. Isn't that the alternative to TTC 100?
Yes. So are we not going to see it?
Is he cutting out one pillarless?
Oh, he might be doing single pillarless. Okay, so he's either doing no TTC 100 or he's doing single pillarless. The latter, I think, is more likely.
Yeah, I was just thinking because, like, from a lot of guides, we're saying to do SL reds instead of TTC 100 for like beginners, but obviously ISO's gonna be fine with TTC 100s.
Yeah, no stranger to that star. HMC has 4 stars and SSL has 3. Well, the simple fact of the matter is they both have the same number of stars. It doesn't matter how many stars a stage has.
Yeah, I mean, the stages probably do take a different amount of time, so hard to come to the exact factor.
Right. I mean, we gotta just take in the action, man. We can't be too analytical about it. Yeah, okay, so Flicks are going for the pretty standard route here. This is the route you'll see 99% of runners doing.
Unless they're just 5 head on another level like ISO.
Yeah, ISO, he's literally living in 2030 at the moment. We can't really, we're not really on his level.
We cannot comprehend the true form of ISO's route at this point,
We can only really watch in awe. Nick routing, Cry, dissing the commentator.
Danny got a 115 in the other match. That's insane.
Wow.
115 is not easy to get. Yeah,
that's like a top time in SMS, like top 20, top 30, something like that.
It's getting to be like top 33. Yes, it's like top 33 right now.
Wow.
But yeah, that's definitely like the time to shoot for in a race, I'd say. Like maybe Dide is gonna get a 114, or maybe. Yeah, but most players would be very happy with 115, I'd say, at this point.
Speaking of Dide, I bet he's going to be a very exciting racer to watch.
Oh, I'm excited for sure.
Oh, ISO. Okay. So single jump pillarless. Not
Is that
quite
the more normal one?
It's sort of like the. Oh,
okay.
A bit of trouble getting in.
Weird clip.
It's sort of like the midway point between standard double jump pillarless and Tama Plus. It's a bit harder, a bit faster, but not quite as fast as Tama Plus.
Okay.
Doge, loving the calm duo so far. You love to see it, Doge. Thank you. I'm very flattered.
Hey, man. Just got that chemistry.
Gotta love it, man. So yeah, it looks like he's just doing single pillarless. No SSL secrets. So I guess.
I mean, maybe he changed his mind midway through. Maybe just wasn't sure. Kind of forgot.
We might get a clue. We might get a clue actually if we look at these splits. It seems like his split is SSL 58 with a TTM or SL 54. So he plans on getting 4 stars. 1 is MIPS. 3.
So this was planned. He actually has SSL in his splits.
Okay, now I'm really curious. I want to look at his PB.
That's so crazy. He actually does SSL late.
I'm going to check out his PB and see what route he does. Because
if
he's doing this route in runs, I'm going to be very impressed.
I'd be curious too. I'll keep my eyes on runs here.
Hold up. Okay, no, he does a standard CCM 17 in his regular runs. In his PB, he does SSL 24, so standard HMC late. What is this man doing? Is he just trying to reinvent the wheel for these races? I
have no clue, but ISO's heading upstairs. Is this gonna be equal red coins? Equal star count. It looks like.
Yeah, we're still a really close race. I mean, Tippy's going to be the ultimate decider here.
Oh, for sure.
So just let me know in chat if you've ever seen this route before, because I personally am quite a stranger to this route. ISO is about 15 seconds ahead. Yeah, seems right.
Yeah. This has been the most confusing race to watch, but in the end, very close.
Exciting, though. I mean, this is the kind of race you want to see.
Very fast Lakitu. Ooh, clean.
The wall kicks. I mean, hey, he's a 47 player. You got to go for everything.
Very nice.
It's a 16 star. This is 70.
Very nice. Does an extra kick on the or jump on the ramp, but very clean as well.
As evidenced by the fact that the runners do indeed have 50 some odd stars. This is not 16 star. I can confirm.
Yeah, if this was 16 star, they're a little bit behind their PBs, I'd have to say. They maybe forgot how to do BLJs or something, you know. I love that slide on the 5th red coin there.
Oh yeah, the
We'll
Rainbow
slide
Ride Reds is yeah, it's just a really it's a fast-paced star. That slide feels cool to get.
Oop. Ooh,
Flixer
Flixer
having
getting
to-
burned.
Oh yeah, it's really easy to do stuff like that in this coin. Just very tight spaces, you know, awkward angles. It's easy to mess up like that.
An ISO. Looks like he's doing a less fast strat here. Am I right?
Yeah, this is. I don't know if it.
Oh my! No way!
No! Okay, this puts Flixer solidly in the lead. This is the comeback
Oh my
potential he needed.
goodness.
I didn't even see what happened. Did he go for the standard fast strat and mess it up?
Yeah, like I don't know how to describe it. Oh my goodness, that's a second death.
No, Tippy, taking names, man. This is what you this is what you see all too often in Tippy. You gotta hate it.
My goodness,
Can I get some capital D colons in the chat?
definitely some D colons. Yeah, at this point, Flixer just needs to kind of work his strats and just do normal. See, that's the strat that ISO didn't go for. What Flixer just did?
Right. The
Oh no!
ISO. You know, he's probably not too used to that strat. That's the beginner movement he was going for. So
Right, that's
imagine he
what I
doesn't do
thought it
too
was.
often. Yeah.
This is definitely sad. This could, like, honestly, this just proves that Mario meltdowns can happen to anyone. And I think no race is done until it's done. Honestly. Super sad to see from ISO, but great job with Flixer to just, you know, have a solid run here so far.
So Flixer already messing up a bit in the young clock here. Understandable. Getting the safety red actually. Wait, what's that? Oh, never mind. Yeah, Flixer just got the safety red. Can be a bit of insurance against RNG because you have exactly like a set amount of coins to finish the level.
ISO got the strat this time.
There we go. ISO, he's got a bit of a gap to come back here. I mean, keep in mind, guys, it's whoever wins this specific Super Mario 64 race does not necessarily seal up the win for the team.
We are definitely in a
whoever,
relay.
Yeah. Keep in mind, there's much more Mario to go than this. If Flixer comes out a minute ahead, ISO's team can still easily win. You just never know. But a lead in the very first game is certainly what you want to see.
Right, and so let me just confirm. I forget exactly who the Sunshine Runner is on ISO's team. I believe it'd be Jeff Compass, right? And that is correct. So,
Sandbox?
yeah, so the second set of players, you know, if we're just thinking, oh, ISO takes another death.
Oh no.
This is definitely uncharacteristic, I'd have to say. But, you know, looking into the second game, well, I guess we can talk about that when Sunshine starts. Never mind. This is TTC. This is a super cool level.
Yeah, we're kind of glossing over a lot of the finer points here, but there's a lot going on in this stage. ISO, didn't get the first D. I don't know if he was going for it or not. So I guess, yeah, we're doing all the moving stars here. Moving strat, it's pretty cool looking, but it can be scary, especially in a race. Yeah, entering the clock right at the right time to get the clock moving.
Yeah, very nice. A beginner baby like me would wait until the hand is at 12, freeze the clock, but these guys know what they're doing.
Yeah, dude, I don't blame you. TTC is scary. My first ever 70-star run, I had like almost like a 30-minute TTC split.
My goodness.
Just because this stage is impossible, man.
That opening that we just saw from Flixer there, where he kind of, and we're doing ISO at the same time. How hard is that?
Like the triple jump wall kick on the spinning part?
On the moving spin part, yeah.
Yeah, so there's like, for top players, it's actually pretty comfy, I would imagine. Not one of the harder strats, but it's very tough to learn, I would say. Me personally, as a 70 runner, I've implemented it into my own runs recently, and I've struggled a lot. It's a strat that you really have to just keep coming back to, reinvent, mess with different setups until you find something consistent for you. It's a tough strat, but once you're a veteran like these guys, it's nothing too hard.
Oh yeah, would imagine.
So we're in the final stretch here. We got 1 star left for Flixer. I guess it's the Toad Star, right? It's doing TTC 69. Oh, no, TTC 70.
He has already gotten Toad.
Okay, yeah, so he's red coins left to do. ISO with a couple stars. It's looking like Flixer is going to come out in the lead on this race so far, unless barring any major Mario meltdown and bits.
Yep, that will give Team Rolling Star a pretty comfy lead going into the second race. Jeff Compass will be Team Rolling Star's SMS player, and Team ClintStevens has Switchmaster, replacing Flixer. And so they're looking at a pretty comfy position as far as this race goes. Switchmaster's got a 115 PB, Jeff with a 118. Obviously Mario Meltdowns are still a factor, but as far as PBs go, to say, Team ClintStevens is looking pretty good. And yes, I do have to say Team ClintStevens, as that's the name they picked. So
I was gonna say, what's the story behind that name? How where did we arrive?
We have to ask the runners. Is Switchmaster in chat? I'd imagine Switchmaster's getting ready.
Yeah, probably. If anyone knows the lore, the ClintStevens lore, please inform us how we arrived at this name. I'm quite curious.
Ooh, Flixer.
Oh, failed the triple jump wall kick.
No, that's left side. Is left side harder or is right side harder?
Right side is faster. I don't know about harder or easier, but I think right side is the more advanced strat. Ooh. So yeah, left side. Ooh,
it's a second fall. And commentators curse here. I was saying Team ClintStevens is looking good, but that's going to give a little more of a buffer to Team Rolling Star here.
Yep, all these little time losses can add up. We got a 3-hour marathon ahead of us. So
Infinite Gamer giving us the lore on Team ClintStevens in chat. Switch said, anyone opposed to Team ClintStevens? And they said no. They are not opposed, and so...
Dude, that's the best way to get stuff done. Just, is anyone opposed? You're probably not going to get a hard no, oftentimes.
It's true. It's kind of how I came up with my team name as well. I asked my teammates, hey, is Team Luigi sound good? They're like, yeah. Perfect.
That's sick. I didn't even know that was your team name. That's cool.
Yeah, we do have a Team Mario and a Team Luigi in the tournament, so...
Yo.
I actually have no idea if Team Mario and Team Luigi could meet, but, can hope.
That'd be the showdown that we're all waiting for. Flixer, 3 clean throws.
Very nice.
Fitting ending to a nice run. 51, pretty good race time for a 49 player, I would say.
Yeah, 51 with 2 falls in Dark World. Or not Dark World, Sky.
Yeah. I mean, this could have easily been a low 50.
Track him.
All right.
Done here.
Oh yeah, thanks for handling all that stuff.
Yes.
Team ClintStevens in the lead coming out of SM64. We're going to see ISO not too far behind him. Okay, no more game.
We're switching audio. I can switch to ISO's audio right now real quick.
Despin in the lab here, kind of carrying the comm team.
And I assume Switchmaster has started. We'll have to see. Not entirely sure if his stream is connected.
I'm not seeing it yet on the restream. ISO
Gonna have to
missing a few
get
throws too.
gonna have to get somebody in the lab here on the restream for what happened to Switchmaster's missing stream, but I'm sure we'll get it figured out. And GG to ISO as well, picking up a 52-36.
Probably not the race time he was looking for, but I mean, with all those Mario meltdowns, you take what you can get.
Exactly. So that's the first leg done. Let's switch. We're going to throw a dot done for ISO. And we're going to lose commentary.
Oh.
This is a professional stream run right here.
Things can get a little hairy when we're dealing with multiple games, multiple streamers.
Okay.
Bear with us.
And we got Jeff Cummins in there. Let me see if I can switch to his audio. We might not. And note about Jeff's run here, it is actually pre-recorded. Scheduling 6 different players for this tournament is difficult at the same time, different regions and stuff. And so Jeff's run was pre-recorded. We're gonna trust that Jeff did not splice. We're gonna trust, but not just kidding. So Jeff's gonna get started here in Mario Sunshine. A little bit of cutscene land just starting out.
Are both these runners on new file?
Yes, yeah, new file is what we're going with for everything here. Just gonna start with some pretty normal airstrip movement, just grabbing flood and a little more cutscenes. So, and we're still not exactly sure where Switchmaster's stream is. Though I'm certain he's playing, certain he's sitting through cutscenes as well. You know what? Who cares if we're missing the cutscenes? To be honest, so.
Mm-hmm. Yep, the famous movie time of SMS.
Might be able to get some. There we go. We got some Jeff audio. There we go.
How does Mario Sunshine compare to 64 in terms of difficulty and tricks? I think that's a question for Despin, probably.
Yeah, I have very limited SM64 experience. 64, I'd say probably less difficult in terms of required tricks, right? Because
you got GBS
famous
and
for your owlless, your cannonless, your pillarless, all these really difficult stuff. SM64, Sunshine definitely has its Gelato Beach Skip as kind of the big one. Yoshi Skip, Honey Skip, early Yoshi Go Round. Definitely less in terms of total number of big tricks, but yeah. And so I'd say I don't know if movement is more difficult or not. Mario is much less slippery in Sunshine, and so it could be less forgiving in terms of that, where Mario is going to move pretty much instantly.
I think the main thing here is, they're just very difficult to compare games. They're very different speed games.
Oh yeah, yeah, pretty hard to compare.
I never thought about what you were saying, the sort of required tricks, because SM64, you can reasonably speedrun the game. If you want to just walk and single jump everywhere, you pretty much can. But in SMS, it's a different story. Every runner is expected to go for Gelato Beach Skip, Yoshi Skip, stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
So there is a sort of barrier.
Yeah. The route hinges on those 2 tricks, so they are actually required. Whereas, yeah, I suppose in SM64, you don't have to do bomb clip necessarily.
Right.
But it just there's that air about SM64 where it's oh, you have to do this trick, you have to do owlless, as far as viewers are concerned. Obviously players, can do whatever they want.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, now would be a great time, chat, to, go get a drink, because we got 3 minutes of cutscenes. These excellent Mario Sunshine cutscenes.
Yeah, consider this your intermission. Are we gonna see Switch's stream? Is what I'm.
I think we're working on it. I think we might have been missing his tag or something. But we're really not missing too much, fortunately. Twitch being a bit of a headache, apparently. So, seeing a bit of a delay in Jeff's stream here, even.
I'm seeing a frozen stream.
Yeah.
How about you?
Yep, it is frozen for me as well. Timer at 4:03. So, yeah, I would not be surprised if this is just Twitch being headaches, as Mind of Me has pointed out as well. Yeah. So,
Bear with us. I mean, hey, at least it's happening during the cutscenes, right? We're not missing any high octane gameplay.
yeah. Doug is here in chat. He's actually restreaming Jeff's playback, and so we're pretty sure it's just something with Twitch. But yeah, I can talk about the two runners real quick, Jeff Compass and Switchmaster. So Jeff's a little bit newer player. His PB is a high 118, I believe so. And Switchmaster really been grinding this game a lot. I forget exactly when he started playing, but got himself a sub 3 and 120 shines, which is, really solid. And then came back to any percent, got himself a 115.30. So very, very solid player, super consistent. He may not go for the absolute fastest strats and everything, but in watching his PB, I noticed he pretty much didn't mess up anything. Obviously, it's a race, but I just was surprised at Switchmaster's consistency on stuff. Jeff, obviously, a little newer, less polished, but still a very good runner as well.
So we could see Team Clint. We could see Team Clint really pull ahead. I mean, if what you said about Switchmaster is true, he's got the speed, he's got the consistency. He could really propel the team into a winning state.
Yeah, unless we see a reversal like we did with the first round with SM64. I mean, ISO definitely was favored, but came out behind. So anything can happen.
You never know, man. You never know.
We're probably right about the time when gameplay would be starting. Unfortunately, Twitch is still being borked, so we shall see what happens.
Utterly borked. But yeah, so it's interesting you brought up this 120 shines thing. I remember when I kind of first started to get into speedrunning and check out all the communities and whatnot, I checked out the SMS boards, and there was like 1 or 2 people that even had a sub 3 and 120 shines, but now it seems like it's more of a common thing.
It's true. 120's really evolved in the last year, basically. Average Stray got the really famous sub 3 about 2 years back. That was really huge for the time. And then there was a big reroute. It saved a minute or two, and we saw people like Nanashi and Paper Ario take the record down a bunch. Pape took it down to a 256 this last year, and then Dide picked up the category, and Dide did Dide things, and he's still doing Dide things, and so 120's gone down to a 254, which I don't want to say sub 3 looks bad now, but sub 3 is still really good.
So that's like 5 full minutes of improvement, and on what you said was already a pretty famous record, right? So
yeah, I mean, sub 3 seemed very difficult. I'm not a 120 runner myself. I don't know exactly how difficult it was to improve it, but I think strats have evolved a lot, and people are just willing to go for more tough stuff. I know Paper Area really pushed strats, and Nidide's also pushing strats a lot too.
Yeah, I've checked out some of Dide's streams, and it seems like I was talking to Doge about it, and he's updating me on a lot of the SMS stuff, and he was like, Dide is treating 120 like it's any percent. I don't know if that's accurate or not.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, he's not. It's still a 3-hour run almost. He's not literally going to do every last trick, but he's definitely not afraid to whip out some really tough strats in 120. It's very fun to see.
Do you think?
I was just saying something like Bianco 6 doing the red coins with rocket nozzle. A couple different runners do that, but he does it very, very quickly, and it's very risky.
Man knows the game. He knows how to move a Mario.
That's true.
So do you think a lot of the recent explosion in 120 has been just maybe previously the category didn't get a lot of love, and now people are finally kind of investigating it more, or is it just what do you think the deal is?
Kind of hard to tell. I mean, from my perspective, I'm kind of newer to the SMS community, so I wasn't following it too much. But basically, Nanashi got his 258 back when kind of the route was changing and stuff, and the 258 just blew everyone out of the water because it was like, wow, 259 is so hard. How do you get a 258? And then people were looking at it. Yeah, I guess just after looking at it, it was like, well, okay. I mean, we can push this further, and so just became obvious, I guess, that a lot of different things can be improved. I think people just started taking it more seriously. Probably.
Yeah, I guess what surprises me so much is how old of a speed game this game really is. Like 2012, I guess, is when it really got its, really started booming in popularity, and only like in the past year or so have we really seen major pushes in 120, or in the last
That's
2
true.
years or whatever.
It's true. So
Pretty interesting.
yeah,
Looks
120
like
is
we got
definitely evolving. So
some gameplay coming back. Hopefully,
are you seeing
the
gameplay?
layout refreshed.
We are. Yeah,
Not
we
yet.
are refreshing the layout. So
I'm pause champing. So are these guys like, are they gonna be almost done with Bianco here at this point, or what? Like,
we don't have timer going. I don't actually know how long we've been waiting. So I'm actually checking Switchmaster's stream. He's in the middle of Bianco, about 12 minutes in. So we're doing that.
I mean, Bianco's pretty standard stage, right? I mean, we're not missing anything too high octane or anything.
Yeah, Bianco 2 is pretty interesting. Bianco 3 pretty standard. There's nothing too crazy on it. He's going into Bianco 4, which is a very fun level. Wish we could see it. Might get a chance here, but we'll see.
We'll see. So forgive me. So Jeff is rocking a 118, right? And Switch with a
115, yes.
115. Okay, wow.
Mm-hmm.
Very impressive.
Yeah, a little bit of a difference. So Switchmaster definitely grinds the heck out of this game. So definitely gotten really good.
You've actually been going for a 115 yourself, right? So you're pretty.
I have.
Experienced.
I am roughly familiar with how difficult a 115 is. Having a 116 myself. Going for 115 ain't too easy. It's definitely attainable. But you don't have to get perfect RNG and everything, but you need to have really good gameplay to get 115.
Yeah, I remember because Odyssey was the first game I ever grinded, and my PB before I finally quit ended at a 101. But when I was doing attempts for a 100, I really realized that, man, like the jump from 101 to 100 is, you have to just go fast everywhere. It like just good enough isn't good enough anymore. And is it kind of like that for 115? You got to just really go for the fast.
That's probably the lower half of 115 is how I describe lower, like 115.30 and below. As I'd say, you really, really have to go fast, because you can get a high 115. I feel with easier
like
strats,
pretty safe movement.
Yeah, I mean, not the safest everywhere, but you can skip out on some crazy strats. But yeah, I don't know what else to say. 115 is hard, but I don't know what exactly would be the perfect comparison between SMO and Mario Sunshine, because obviously one of these games is only 3 years old, and the player base could fill out more, and could be more obvious how difficult one of those times is. So.
Well, I've talked to plenty of people who speedrun multiple games, and we all just agree it's impossible to compare any speed game really to any other. Yeah. I mean, you can draw comparisons like we kind of did in the last few minutes, but in terms of just directly, like 115 is exactly as hard as 10.
You must spend exactly this many hours to get this level. We are seeing Jeff Compass playing Mario Sunshine. I'm very excited. Looks like he's going into Bianco 4 here. That's exactly the level I wanted to see, which is great. I'm guessing this recording is a little behind Switchmaster, because like I said, he was at 12 minutes a while back, and we're at 13 minutes here. So we'll see how that squares out exactly. The route for Bianco 4 red coins is pretty standard. There's no deviation really. It's just a matter of little strats here and there that players will do. Cute little momentum spin there, and a glitchy wall kick hover to get that coin very quick.
Glitchy wall
SM64,
kick.
yeah, SM64 has its own. Ooh, very nice from Jeff. That last momentum spin is very tricky and very punishing if you miss it. Yeah, glitchy wall kick, I believe SM64 has its own, which is not as useful and kind of weird.
Yeah, it's useful in like some ILs or single stars, but it's not really an RTA thing.
Yeah, in SMS it's a lot easier. Basically, you just kind of approach a wall and you go into first-person mode. And once you do that,
like a Y turn.
Yeah, kind of like that. But right as you go into first-person mode, you actually jump. That will register the wall kick, and then first-person mode will actually turn you around from where the wall kick is supposed to go. And so You can kind of think of it like a really fast ledge grab in a lot of scenarios where instead of Mario wall jumping and then having to hover backwards, he'll just go right up. And so
so it's kind of like you wall kick, and then the momentum is supposed to take you in the opposite direction, but you kind of reverse the momentum. Okay.
Exactly, you go forward instead. So that's a neat strat. Cool. We'll see a couple times. Jeff's scaring me a little bit. Needs to spray PD with this point, gets it done. And so sitting through RNG Fest here, PD has 744 different patterns he can give you, which on average will lose about 15 seconds. And so, a good one will be less than 15, obviously. He has certain points he can stop at, and you can kind of tell by his shadow, whether he's going to a stopping point or whether he's just going to keep moving. But basically, just gotta fight him where he goes and deal with the time loss. So,
yeah, I guess this is probably one of the big heartbreakers of the run, right? Like,
it's early enough. It's early enough. It's not too crazy.
It must be frustrating, at least. I mean, I've never had the pleasure of grinding a speed game with lots of RNG, but this has got to be frustrating for any runner.
I think you kind of get used to it after a while if you get to be high in the game to high level. Because, like I said, I don't think you need perfect RNG for 115, obviously. Yeah, it can be a little frustrating.
I mean, it's like SMS is one of those games where I was very surprised when I watch SMS runners, and like I've been watching Doge do his own runs, and like he's going for a 119, and like I see him like in mid game with a low 118 best possible time. He's like, okay, 118 is dead, but 119 might be alive, and it's like, dude, you have over a minute of leeway. But it makes sense for SMS runners.
Well, the deal with is there, Jeff with a pretty nice pattern that's actually not very slow, probably a little above average there. You run into Serena Beach right before the run ends, and there's two big levels in there that have time losses that are mostly out of your control, being Manta and King Boo. King Boo is completely out of your control. It's literally a slot machine, whether he'll give you fruit or not. Manta, I contend that Manta is more skill-based than luck-based, but, a lot of people will call it an RNG level and just complain, if the Manta doesn't cooperate. But
it also depends on the version, right? Because you need to clean more of it on Japanese.
That's actually Serena 6. I'm talking about Serena 1, which we'll see later. Obviously, we can talk about.
Oh, I'm so dumb. You're dumb. Good. Forgive me.
Yeah, the Manta level and the Goop cleanup level are different. Okay. Jeff walking out of here with a sub 17 Bianco. That's, perfectly good. Sub 17 is just fine. And so I'm going to head over to Gelato Beach now. He's not finishing Bianca Hills right now because basically how SMS works is once something new unlocks in the plaza, the game's going to play a nice, helpful little cutscene for you to tell you, hey, this new thing is unlocked. And that takes about 2 or 3 seconds. So rule of thumb is whenever you have something you need to unlock, you go unlock it and move on from there so that you don't get that 2 to 3 second cutscene every time. Unavoidable sometimes, but that's the reason why he's not finishing Bianca here. He'll finish that up later. As far as the whole run goes, the any percent for this is just beat Shadow Mario in every level, and so that's the 7th episode.
Okay.
And so
I was going to ask about that.
He will need to go back and do episode 7 eventually.
Switchmaster making an appearance on the silver screen.
Yeah, I believe he'll just be kind of paused here until we reach that 19 and 28 mark, I guess, and that's what they're doing. And we'll just see. So, or maybe not.
Literally pause.
You're going to be a little bit out of sync with the timers, but we'll come up with something clever for that. Switch has just gotten done with Gelato Beach, which includes Gelato Beach Skip and Gelato 7. Jeff's about to do Gelato Beach Skip, so basically in this game, if you collect shines out of order, which you're able to do in a couple places, you'll unlock every shine that is before that. So if you beat episode 8, you unlock episodes 2 through 7. So Jeff's going to throw this coconut on the roof, grab it, align himself at the perfect angle, perfect spot, taking his time there. Walk forward, hover at the right time, which allows you to clip into the roof. The coconut does not want Mario to be... but the coconut Mario can't be inside the coconut, and so it moves him out. In that precise setup, let us just complete episode 8 of Gelato Beach.
So there's actually a lot of different setups for GBS, isn't there? Like really hard ones, and
it's true. There are. What you just saw was roof throw. Roof throw is like, let's say, intermediate to high level. You throw like beginner strat is like you place the coconut down kind of outside the roof, you and then line up your angle. Pretty easy. And then roof throw is a little harder. You throw the coconut on the roof like you saw, which is pretty fast. There's also backflip, which is kind of insane. And there's harder versions of roof throw where you place the coconut a lot farther down and you have a really tight level to, or tight window to actually hover. But Jeff, cleaning up Serena or Gelato 7 here, which that's all we have to do for Gelato, which is great. Gelato has a lot of slow auto-scroller-like levels that just take forever, and so if you look at any percent speedrun from 2012, then it's going to be a lot of waiting in Gelato, waiting on silly stuff, and so
gotta love the Sandbird, man.
And explaining Gelato Beach Skip, I kind of skipped over Switchmaster doing PT1, but we'll see it here on Jeff's side, which works out because Switchmaster is on an auto-scroller himself. Doesn't matter how fast you beat Piantissimo, he's going to take 25 seconds, he's slow.
This level is just kind of like a breather, right? Just kind of a break because you can just get there however fast you want.
Yep, and just do whatever you want, practice some other movement. Jeff getting nice luck on these chomps here. Basically, they can kind of pick wherever they want to go at intersections, and so they've given him favorable on the first two chomps. The most important one is the final chomp, though. If it shows up right there, and it did, that's a nice 4 or 5 second time save. Otherwise, though,
is this like
go around and
is this like another RNG element then?
It is luck based whether or not they turn or not. So
I didn't know this was like an RNG moment because when I think of SMS and RNG, I'm not too knowledgeable on SMS, but I think of PD.
There's kind of the big four. Yeah, there's kind of the big four with PD, Early Cycle, King Boo, and Manta, but there are a couple little ones here. Pianta has the majority of them.
So is there any other?
I'll kind of go over them. I'll cover them as we go, pretty much, with our little RNG elements. Switchmaster going to do damage boost through Pianta 3 here. You're intended to go below the underside of the village and do all this wacky stuff, but if you allow one of those tornadoes to hit you, you damage boost, go right through, and Switch gets a pretty clean normal setup here for... He looks upset. I don't know why he's upset.
Dude, this level confused me so much as a kid. I had no... it was such a confusing level. I know I had to go under the level to get to the top part and the right goop, and when I finally did it, I have no idea how I did it. And then just watching speedrunners just kind of good damage boost through the middle, I'm like, okay, man, I wish I had known about that.
Yeah. There's a little faster strat on that where you momentum spin off of a mushroom. I can explain momentum spin as well here. You actually might have seen Jeff dive and roll out onto that slope there, that big tree. When you dive and roll out, basically Mario's speed is as high as it can be. Well, not as high as it can be. Rollouts are fast, and when Mario rolls out onto a ramp, he actually conserves that speed. And so if you do a spin jump out of that, it's very fast, and they can buffer that as they dive for a very fast
yeah, see,
spin.
SM64. SM64 has a mechanic like that, where if you dive, and you'll retain that same amount of speed on a slope, even if you're just kind of walking.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, I guess it's the same sort of deal.
Yeah, we definitely make use of that ledge or ramp momentum here. Let's see if Jeff gets his damage boost all right. It's pretty comfy if you're going for the regular strat. So not usually too much trouble. Switchmaster finishing up Pianta 4. And I guess I can look at what the times are looking like. So he finished that around 24:38 looks like. So kind of keep that in mind to look where... Oh no, I can look at Pianta 3. He finished at 23:21. Okay, so Switchmaster is about 22 seconds ahead here. So here, Switchmaster is going into Pianta 5, which is your infamous early cycle level. But first, we got to do Yoshi Skip, which is non-trivial, and the movement to this is pretty difficult as well. Hopping on these mushrooms.
Yeah, it looks scary.
It is pretty scary. But he's going to line up, kind of use a little textures as a lineup, hover back, ledge grab, slide down, and just hover back into the loading zone, meaning that we don't need Yoshi. which saves a lot of time in the route because Yoshi is unlocked by beating Pinna. And Pinna we want to do later.
So I guess before Yoshi Skip was discovered, you had to do like some sort of weird like
You had to do a
Bianco
different
late
route. Yeah,
Okay.
pretty much. Pianta is intended to be the last level. I didn't even go over the players entering Pianta early with just hover nozzle instead of rocket nozzle.
Yeah, it's kind of weird to me that Pianta is intended to be the last level. Like
It is weird.
It's so easy to get there, and you see
is, yeah,
speedrunners
so-
do it second, or third. But
To clarify a little bit for those who are just kind of joining us, Jeff pre-recorded his match because the scheduling just kind of didn't work out for him. And they're just kind of playing at different times, unfortunately. We can't... It'd be hard to fix, so... Jeff's just kind of pre-recorded. He didn't actually start sooner. Just kind of wonkiness with a pre-recording. And yeah, kind of just went through it with Switch Master there, but he did not get the early cycle, which... basically with those chucksters in that level, the final chuckster determines when you can get the shine, and is about with normal movement, about 10 to 20% chance that he'll be in a favorable position at the end. And if he is, you can get that early cycle save about 20-25 seconds on average. But in that case, the chuckster was not kind, no early cycle, so just kind of has to take the time loss there. This is more meaningful than PD on average, and so this is kind of the annoying reset portion of the run if you're going for a really high level time.
right. Yo, Flixer, congrats on your early lead for Team ClintStevens. Very nice
Flixer in
race.
chat, hello. We'll see if Jeff gets early cycle, but Switchmaster is doing a really fun level. This is one of my favorites. He has to clean off the 10 Piantas, and this is just a really good showcase of Mario Sunshine's movement and the different options you have. He's backflipping. Backflipping in this game does a shotgun blast of spraying, which will clean off these guys really, really quickly. He'll use that a lot to clean these guys off. He's trying to spray a lot of these Piantas earlier than intended, just to get them unlocked beforehand, clean them a little faster once you actually get to them. A little bit of small hiccups here and there. The time
There's
he's
a whole
probably looking, time he's looking for is
say,
like a 214, but
sorry, I was gonna say there's a whole video about the shine, isn't there? Average Trey kind of
Average Trey
outlined
made
all the...
Average Trey made an excellent video discussing a lot of the different strats used here. But yeah, switch to the 205. That's probably below his standards. It's below my standards, so I think they'd be below his.
Isn't the IL world record like a 217, 218,
219?
like
217 is probably 217 is probably the best you'd see in RTA, like what Diddy is going to get.
Well, they do a different route, right?
Not a
for
different
IL.
route. There's just a couple of different strategies you can use that are like basically random. Because you'll see this again with Jeff on the first couple of Piantas. He wants to spray to unlock them, and then he'll come back to them later. You can do a really risky thing during the IL to basically just hope that you unlock them, because the way water goes in this game is random. So yeah.
Gotta love it, man.
Yeah, and so sometimes a lot of these Piantas control you with whether or not they want to be unlocked or not, and just kind of got to deal with it and try to do consistent things to unlock them. But yeah, Jeff and Switch both missed this unlock. Unfortunately, had to wait for this guy to unlock. Fun fact: the male Piantas unlock slower than the female Piantas, and by unlock I mean basically you can clean them sooner. So the men are very fussy. They have to come out of the ground and clean themselves off before you can actually spray them. Switchmaster doing honey skip.
Why.
Sorry, trying to explain too many things. He's done a normalized setup to basically get himself in a very precise position so that he will die on the same frame that he enters this cutscene, and that saves about 15 seconds.
I've always wondered about honey. So it is frame perfect then?
Not exactly. It's more. There's a couple different ranges of pixels you can be on to make it work, and so the setup is not. It's a little bit feel based, basically. You get Mario in a position that you're comfortable with, and based on that position, you decide how long to hover. And so it's not perfect by any means. It's tight, but it's not perfect.
Okay. I
I've
feel
had
like
a
it's
lot of
probably
times
akin...
where
Sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
Say your thing. You had a lot of times where what?
Yeah, I mean, I've had a lot of times where I was like, oh yeah, this is gonna fail. Like I messed up my setup, blah blah, and then I still am just fine. The risk with it is,
okay.
Sorry, talking over.
It's probably
the risk with it is you either enter the cutscene or you die and don't get the cutscene, which are both pretty bad.
Okay, is it, when you said it was kind of feel-based, like, oh, you think it's not going to work, and then it works, it's probably like canonless, right, in SM64, where it's like, oh man, this ledge grab position isn't going to work, and then boom, it works.
Yeah, I think I'd compare it to canonless, because I did learn canonless. There's a couple of different spots you can be in and have canonless work, right? Like, it's not entirely pixel perfect or whatever.
Yeah, also, when you said, like, get there on the right frame, I've dabbled in some Ocarina of Time speedrunning, and the wrong warp in the Goma room is like you have to be in the right place on the right frame to actually get the wrong warp. So
yeah,
maybe it's kind of like that.
You'll see Jeff basically aligned to where he's in a little different setup, but that's about where you want to be. Hover, ground pound, and sidestep left. Usually you'll align yourself to where you don't see Mario's shadow anymore. Then you walk forward, you see the shadow, and kind of go from there. But clean honey skip there. We saw Switchmaster fight Mecha Bowser, which you got to lob 4 rockets at him. Which I didn't see how well it went for him, but it seems like I didn't lose too much time. There's also two other cutscene skips. We already did one cutscene skip with Honey Sip, but you'll see Jeff doing 2 more cutscene skips where he's going to slide into the cutscene trigger and exit area, and for whatever reason, that just skips the cutscene and moves him right on. And he'll do the same thing at the end of the fight as well.
That's gotta be scary, man. Just like, you know it's gonna work, but just the very act of hitting, like, quit the game.
No, actually, yeah, I mean, it's well, it's just exit area, so not quite, but it's like really free. There's a huge time window for it, actually. It's very easy. I don't think I mean, maybe somebody's messed it up. I haven't seen anyone mess it up. Jeff, unfortunately, colliding with his first rocket, but does grab the second rocket and get that.
So, are there any RNG elements in this fight? Because it looks kind of dicey.
A lot of players will notice that the rocket doesn't go where they think it'll go, but you can actually fix that by holding down the trigger before you fire. It's kind of weird. So the rockets aren't very random in where they go, but if you're trying to grab a rocket with water, sometimes that is a little bit luck-based. As far as where the water particles go, but mostly you're in control in this fight. It's just a weird fight. It's yeah, I don't know. Switchmaster going into Pinna 3 here, which is a very cool level, very difficult as far as getting the cycles you want. These red coin ships here, they move on big cycles, and you got to get these red coins. Switchmaster's going for boat hop here, where he hovers between the boats, gets the ledge grab, very clean. Oh, misses the red coin, and he falls. That's really unfortunate. Yeah, basically he was hoping to get that one, hover to this one, but he's going to kind of mix this with the beginner strat and just kind of do these red coins backwards, so it's not the end of the world for him here.
There's like a lot of strat variation with this particular shine, right? Where you can grab the red coins in like really fast way.
Yes, a lot of players now are starting to do what used to be called the task strat, where you kind of grab the first coin very quickly and do a momentum spin off of the first boat, and kind of do the coins in the reverse order of what you saw, which is quite a bit faster, but it's pretty difficult. But not too bad from Switch there. Just one fall. Falls in Pinna 3 can be quite time lossy. So, just the one. Glossed over it, but Jeff and Switch in Pinna 2 did mole skip, where basically you're intended to throw bombs at the mole on the beach to open him up, but there's a point in his animation where he just kind of doesn't have a hitbox, so you can just kind of go in the cannon.
So, in terms of, what are we looking at lead-wise here? Because this game doesn't give you a clear indication of how many shines you have, really. So, like,
it's pretty much just what episode you're on. Because your shine count is not even how you finish the game. Like in Mario 64, you're not looking at like, oh, he's got this many shines or whatever. You know, it's just it's going to be the same shines every time.
Yeah, it's more on rails, I guess.
Yeah. And so with the timers being desynced, it's a little more difficult. But Switchmaster finished Pin of 3 at 34-34, so we can see when Jeff finishes here. He's doing the same boat hop. Gets on the boat. This is what we wanted to see, almost. Okay. A little bit unfortunate there. Missed the red coin and had to go back, but again, not too big a deal.
Scary,
the other one's backwards.
It's a scary movement. It looks
Pin of
like
3's tricky. Pin of 3's tricky. Yeah. Even though that's not the most advanced strat, it's still difficult. Like, this level's
So are there like different like quote unquote cycles for the ship, and that determines how fast you can go, kind of like Dark World and SM64? Or...
Not in the same way. Basically, it just matters how fast you get the first 2 coins, whether you can do the fastest strat. Oh, Jeff. Okay, we're good. Diving for that shine is very scary. So, Jeff finishing at 35-20. So, looking like I can't do math. 34-34 versus 35-20. That'd be 40 seconds around there. So, decent sized lead. Nothing too crazy though from Switch here. We're going into early Yoshi go round. So, like I said, doing shines out of order unlocks the next shine, and we're skipping Pin of 5 here. He's going to give himself a purple Yoshi and throw a papaya into the Pin of 3 loading zone. You'll notice he selected Pin of 3 because this is the fastest level to do it on. And with the papaya in place, he's going to lure these 2 stews over here, use one of them to clip through the wall and one of them to create a purple platform. Purple platforms will move Yoshi across this kind of impassable void here, because this is just kind of invisible walls, but the platform actually carries it a lot across here. And the reason he needs orange is because that's what you do in Pin of 6, is you take an orange Yoshi into the merry-go-round. It just so happens that you can do that on any mission. Hope that makes sense.
So you effectively skip like 2 episodes, 3 episodes?
Not quite. You're just skipping Pin of 5. I think this saves like a minute or something. Pin of 5 takes like a minute and a half. And doing Pin of 6 normally takes like roughly a minute and a half. And EYG instead takes like 2 minutes optimally, and so you're saving about a full
isn't
minute.
there a so it's 3 YG, right? Because you do it on episode 3.
Correct. There's two viable episodes you can do it on, being 5 and 3. 5 has bigger, slower stews. They're just slow. They move slow, and so 3 is a lot faster to pick it up with. Switchmaster doing pretty clean secret there. Man, I'm just forgetting to watch these runners because I want to talk about the run.
Yeah, there's a lot going on in SMS. The more than meets the eye, I would say.
Yeah, there's a lot. So, let's see. Jeff should be doing his EYG here, going to episode 3. Switchmaster doing Pin of 7. Pretty easy Shadow Mario kill, pretty standard. Nothing too crazy there. So, we'll see how Jeff does with EYG. He's looking for whatever fruit Yoshi wants. The only bad one is coconut. The rest of them are fine. So that's a minor RNG element. Ooh. He launched that pineapple right into the egg. That's great. Switchmaster picking up that Shadow Mario kill pretty easy. And both of them lost a little time to stew management, it looks like. Switch had one of them drop as well earlier, but shouldn't be too bad. Gets him in the right position, wait a little bit, spray. And yeah, that's a very... You can go through instantly, but sometimes the tricky thing about these stews is if they go out of bounds, they poof, and they are gone. So you want to avoid them going out of bounds at all costs. And so pretty clean for both of these guys. Very, very good EYG, so...
How does that glitchy, like, entering the level work? Like, where he's under the dock and then he goes into the warp?
Oh, yeah.
What's up with that?
Minor thing, but yeah, just, I don't know, the loading zone is just kind of there, basically.
That's odd.
That's all it is. It's just the range at which you can enter the portal is just there. Looks like Jeff's succeeding in the secret here.
Dude, this secret, this has got to be the scariest thing I've ever seen, man.
Like it is one of the scarier ones for sure.
Like anytime I watch a runner do this, it's just clinch city, man. It's so.
You
it's
could
so
definitely die at the end here, but very clean from Jeff. Good secret.
Route variation incoming.
Really?
Oh, is there like a save warp
Rico
route or something?
We're getting some interesting commentary from chat here. Yeah, there is an option to save warp after you complete Pinna in a park and delay your Rico Harbor until the end. Save warp only loses about 2 seconds or something like that, maybe 1 second doing that route. Just kind of runner preference. Most people see it as bad because they don't like doing Rico Harbor while nervous. Myself included. I tried save warp once and I died forever on Rico 4, so.
Isn't the goal is to do Noki Bay earlier, right? With the save warp.
The goal is to do Serena Beach earlier because that's the RNG portion.
Okay.
Rico is very consistent. You're not going to lose a lot of time to pretty much anything on Rico. And that's why Rico is very fun, but, you know, save warp, he's going to save warp Jeff here. He's going to Bianco 6. You see him reset his game as he saves, reload, go to Bianco 6, and just head to Rico last. And so it'll be even more fun to commentate over twice the levels.
Oh, gotta love it, man. So I guess in terms of just any stage in the game, I guess Serena is probably it's probably the most toxic stage in the game. Right?
It is annoying. Yeah, for sure. Switchmaster.
Yeah, 64 runner.
Let's see. In Rico 2, we definitely do not approve of racing with bloopers. We think that's, you know, inhumane to the animals, and so we definitely don't use any bloopers during this run. So basically, he just wants to hit the two checkpoints that marks the race as complete, or marks the race as in progress, and then cross the finish line, and he'll get that done. So. Meanwhile, Jeff going into the Bianco 6 secret. This is another pretty scary one. I would argue this is a little scarier than the one we just saw. There's a couple different strategies for getting across this cube, and I think Jeff does the one that I like. He's basically going to do a spin jump here, use Y to change his angle, and dive over. That's very consistent. It's almost as fast as some of the other strats, so very much like that. Deaths are really costly in this level because you wait on this cube for, you know, like 15 seconds. And so if you die after that, you're waiting on the cube again. So very fun. I want to talk about Rico 3, but I want to watch Jeff. Jeff's just playing it safe here. There's faster cycles to get across these platforms, but no need to. And Rico, Switch takes a fall on Rico 3. I didn't see how it happened. You're intended to kind of enter this big tube from the top, but with a precise little hover, you can get under it and just climb up. So fall there usually loses like 15 to 20 seconds, and so that's kind of unfortunate. There's a little backup you can do to jump to the crane if you fall in the right spot, but if you're in the water, you're pretty much hosed. So it could make it a little easier for Jeff to catch up there. Horrible Bianco 6, says Jeff. Looked all right to me, but, you know, I'll take his word for it. Shadowmar, you're running away a little bit in Bianco 7 there, but not too bad. We should see a Beyblade possibly here from Switchmaster. There it is. That's a deceptively difficult movement tech there. It is really weird when you're doing those wall kicks. You have to hold in a very particular angle to actually get those wall kicks to work. So. Good job by Switch. Rico 4 is a very tight secret as well as far as the cycles. You want to see a blue cycle on the very large cube at the end, which looks like he's set for. Yep. Very clean.
So all of the secrets in this game are pretty much just like Cycle City, right?
Yeah, a lot of cycles for these secrets. I mean, you can pretty much do Rico 4 as fast as you want. You're not limited by the cycle. It's just the cycle is going to affect how you play. But yeah, I wouldn't say it's like Dark World where it's like, oh, this is a 4-second cycle and this is a 4-second cycle, you know. Not exactly
Okay.
like that. So, like we said earlier, Jeff is doing Serena first before Rico, and so he's going to fight this Manta. This is, like I said, I think it's a little bit skill-based, but the way that the Manta splits apart when you spray it can be pretty random, and so we just hope that the Manta cooperates and the Manta runs into our water, really. Jeff doing the Hutless setup. Oh man, what a gamer.
What a guy.
There's two big setups. One is where you wait on a hut to manipulate his position, and then there's this one. Looks like the Mantas are splitting all right. This is looking pretty all right. Goal is to hit all these big Mantas for them to split, and then they'll turn pink and start changing you. And one of the big ones has escaped. It's still not dead. Oh, that's super unfortunate. The later you kill the last big Manta, the worse things are for you, because you're going to be hunting them down.
I bet the shine is a nightmare.
A little bit. It's definitely you're looking at your best possible time. You're looking at your best possible time before Serena, and you're like, well, assuming I lose like a minute, to Manta. No, you don't lose a minute, but this is definitely a sad level. Yeah, that last Manta did troll Jeff a lot. I'd say that was very luck based. Unfortunate.
So is there any conceivable route where Serena could be done like much earlier? Because I know you need the Yoshi to actually get the go into the level.
Kind of. You can clip into the Serena entrance with a banana. You can do that. So technically, you could fight Manta early, but yeah, you have to use the banana every time is the problem. Once you unlock it with Yoshi, it stays open, but you'd have to clip in with the banana every time. So kind of unfortunate. Yes, but One Ups is right. We have to talk about quarter frames now. Anyway. Switchmaster right in the blooper. This is a scary level, but he's done it pretty good here. Still has to grab the shine, but usually it's not too much problem.
All right, so I guess we're gonna see Jeff do Rico. Wait, no. Wait, so Jeff's doing the save warp route, right?
Correct.
Okay, so he's gonna do Rico last.
Yeah, that basically means he's going to. So normal route is you do Rico after Pinna, you do Bianco, Serena, and then Noki is your last. Jeff will follow the same thing. It just cuts out Rico.
Okay.
And so instead it goes Pinna, Bianco, Serena, Noki, Rico. Seeing a theme here, another scary secret level, Serena 2. First part's not too bad, but getting across these sand blocks with the fast strat is kind of scary. In normal gameplay, you have Flood to kind of save you in some scenarios, but if you commit to a bad dive in this, you're gonna be hurting. Now, see if Jeff goes for momentum spin here. He does. What a king! Oh, little ledge grab, but still save time.
And so the moment, so he rolls out onto the slope and then carries that into a spin jump?
Basically. Yeah, so when that block's rotating, it becomes a slope that will retain Mario's momentum. And so at the right time, you dive, spin, press A twice, and he goes flying.
Interesting. Jeff confirming pulled a coward on the spin.
Yeah, guess he didn't think he made it far enough, but it was definitely a good momentum spin. We're going to see Switchmaster tackle the Bianco 6 here, as Jeff did earlier. I think they do pretty much the same strats, unless Switch has updated his strat recently. And Jeff is doing Serena 3 here. Serena 3 is intended to be a big hunt to find Yoshi, so that you can eat some booze in the ceiling and do all this wacky stuff, but we have a banana. And that's it.
Easy enough, man.
The same deal with Gelato Beach Skip. Basically, fruits will push Mario through just about anything. And that wall is very thin in a particular spot, so we just push him on through. Switchmaster coming to the end of Bianco 6. Oh, misses side flip. I don't know how hard side flips are in Mario 64, but they are stupid in Sunshine, I will say. It is
Side
very
flips?
Yeah, side flips. It's very unclear when you're going to get a side flip in Sunshine.
Yeah, I mean, SM64 Mario is kind of like driving a semi-truck. You gotta like really be deliberate. You know, make sure you're getting that side turn and the A press and all that stuff.
So maybe
But
it is harder than SM64. I know. I mean, maybe SM64 is harder for side flips.
Maybe. I guess it's a more lenient, I guess, on SMS whether you're gonna get one.
It is confusing though. And Serena 4, again, a level where we've got a big skip. We're gonna go to the top of this stupid tile puzzle and just jump over it. So skip a lot there. And there we saw Jeff splicing his run live on stream. But no, just kidding.
Someone asked what the shine count is for each runner, but that's so like what's the lead in general? Would you say? I know
it's
shine
hard
count
to
is
tell.
irrelevant.
I mean, we're on Save Warp route, and I would have to do some. I would have to do some research to figure out how Save Warp compares to normal route, because they're not going to sync up until the final level, unfortunately. You know, I'd say, you know, I timed it at Switchmaster having like a 40-second lead somewhere in Pinna, so Switch did fall in Rico 3, lose about 20 seconds, but Jeff with a bad Manta, and so if Switch gets, you know, even a decent Manta, I'd say he's, you know, back to 30, 40 seconds ahead, something like that.
This has been a really close.
Oh, and you
match.
know what I just realized? I'm stupid and I forgot this is a relay. Jeff's timer is behind because his team had ISO and ISO lost the race. That's why his timer's behind.
Okay.
I'm absolutely Papega for not realizing that. So
maybe it'd be a good idea for these races to have like some sort of global timer to like.
Global timer would be good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I had to mute there. Had a weird cough there, so.
No problem.
Maybe next week we'll have global timer. Global timer would be cool, but yeah. So that represents like a minute 20 lead for, you know, team ClintStevens. So.
Clint himself.
Let's see. How is Switchmaster's Manta going? It looks like he got a decent split. That looks like, I mean, yeah, that looks pretty good.
So with this Manta, do you have to track down every last one of these little guys, or is it just like a certain number of them?
Nah, they have to all be cleaned.
Oh man!
So
are they pretty predictable, like where they're gonna go, or because like it seems
once
like
they
runners...
once they turn pink, they're following you. Before that, you know, it's anyone's guess. Looks like he got probably like a 249, which is pretty good. And with that done, we're looking at King Boo here. Basically, we want him to give us fruits, and he has a chance to give you fruits on the first cycle, but then after you get fruits, he can't give you fruits, and so we wait for him to give us whatever. We run into the center to cancel it, and then we do the next round where hopefully we'll get more fruits.
I just realized Switch is rocking the Mario hats.
Switch is rocking the Mario hat.
Did he just put this on? Or
I didn't see it earlier.
I didn't
see it earlier.
What a guy.
It looks like Jeff's getting good RNG. I don't know if he got any extras earlier. Maybe chat can confirm, but that looks pretty lucky. Oops. Okay, Switchmaster going to turn 2. I didn't talk much about the entrance, but really cool strat there to just kind of spin jump dive and wall kick a couple of times to get in. Very consistent, but very cool looking. And so this is the level you were thinking of earlier with cleaning the beach. This is the one where there's a bit of a version difference. They're both on the Japanese version, so they have the harder version of this level as compared to HAL and NTSC U. Yeah, you pretty much need to clean up like 99% of the goop, and you know, this is... Again, there's RNG elements, but you have to be pretty good at this level to get a good time. I'm not. I'm terrible. I think Jeff is actually a lot better at this than me. On the Japanese version, I think a 220 is a pretty good time. Like, that's quite good. Like, above 215 is pretty good.
So the RNG is just which direction the water comes out of the nozzle, right?
When they're spam spraying like this, it's, you know, it's kind of random where the water pellets go, basically.
So a 215,
not too
little
bad.
subpar, I guess, or...
Yeah, he probably can do better than that, but 215 is fine, you know. Is Switch rocking the Waluigi hat now? Oh my goodness.
Whoa, man's got a wardrobe. What a guy.
Waluigi hat going into Serena 3, gonna do the banana clip again.
It's so weird talking about, like, a higher time as being better, because in speedrunning, like, it's always the lower time is better.
Yeah, no, SMS has that couple of shines where there's the in-game timer, and yeah, for Pianta 6 and for Serena 6, it's the higher time is better, so...
Weird, man.
We do have Rika too, where lower time is better, but...
It's breaking my monkey speedrunner brain, dude.
I know. It's very difficult. Mario 64 just has the one for slide, I believe, right? The one in-game timer.
Yeah. There's There's Koopa races as well.
Oh yeah, Koopa race, right?
But you don't see those in 70, obviously.
True. Koopa's slow.
Yeah, Koopa's slow.
They should call him Koopa the Not Quick.
Yeah, dude.
Anyway.
Listed.
Anyway.
Koopa the Not That Fast After All.
Oh, I didn't see if Switchmaster went for Momentum Spin. He probably did. Momentum Spin just looks scary. It's actually not that difficult. Serena 2 Momentum Spin, that is. But it's definitely scary looking.
You know, I love this clip. This
ahead.
clip to get into the secret seems like really great, because like otherwise you have to fiddle around with that. Like you spray the panels and then they flip kind of randomly.
Correct. If you play glitchless, which I have, you have to do it vanilla, and it's terrible.
Oh,
so,
is glitchless a category that people actually run?
It's a meme category. It's a meme category, so nobody really plays it. Pretty good Noki one from Jeff here. This is the one like very strictly cycle-based level. Basically, this mole at the top here will throw bombs every 3 to 4 seconds. But he won't throw bombs until you get to him, so... Gotta get there as fast as you say. Or as fast as you can. Oh, I'm sorry, Drew. I forgot you play glitchless too. Sorry, bud.
You love that category? I'm kind of curious as to what you love about it. I'm not an myself.
I bet he loves watching 7 minutes of cutscenes in Pin 1. I bet he's really big on that. You know, there's three cutscene skips we did in Pin 1? You can't do those, because they're glitches.
That's considered a glitch? I guess that makes sense.
Yes. It's terrible. So
what would the record be for glitchless then?
It's like, I don't know. I have it. It's something bad. I forget.
You have the glitchless world record?
I do. That's how you know it's a it's a meme category. As if somebody like me can have the world record. I'll look it up if you're really curious, but we're going into Noki 2 here. This is a really cool little movement level, very quick and just straightforward. Got to get yourself up to the top here. There's supposed to be a blooper fight during this level, but we skipped that.
Yeah, just use the spring thingy, right?
Correct. He's going to spray the spring to make it small, and once this spring gets placed down, it expands, and it's going to push Mario out of bounds.
Glitchless is a 138 world record. That's so scuffed.
Yeah, 138. It takes as much time as Mario 64 120 shine or 120 stars.
Oh, I didn't even think that's so funny.
Yeah.
It's
pretty
slower
cursed.
than 120 star. It's
Yes,
slower than 120
it's slower
star.
than 120 star. Now, it could be faster. It could be optimized, but
Right, obviously.
I'm not going to do that.
The world needs you, Despin. The
sorry.
fans need you to optimize
sorry.
glitchless.
Glitchless will have to wait until I get 113 Kappa.
So
I think.
is it really 7 minutes in cutscenes in Pinna?
Oh, I just mean that the split is 7 minutes. But the cutscenes are very long in PT1. They're absolutely stupidly long.
Yeah, I seem to recall some really drawn out like Bowser Jr. dialogue and
Oh yeah,
really
about
cheesy and
how
dumb.
Peach is Bowser Jr.'s mama and stuff like that.
Yeah, all that
Yep.
lore, all that intrigue.
Yep, that's great. A little bit of swimming level here, which is pretty fun. It's weird, but quite fun. They're going to utilize the Y cam, the first-person camera, to turn, because that's a lot faster than just doing it normally. Jeff's got a weird camera angle there, but I've not been tracking. Oh my gosh, Switchmaster must have gotten. How many extras did he get? Did anyone check the extras on Switch? Because he's getting like a 320 segment here, which is pretty unfortunate. Jeff, you don't know how to do that level? I'll tutor you on. No, I'm just kidding. You should ask JPEP to teach you how to do Noki 3. He's the master. Switchmaster showing his red splits.
Man's not afraid to show a little bit of red. He could be hiding this layout. Doesn't even have to show his face, but for the fans, giving us all the data.
It's true. Nice huff movement from Jeff there to enter the eel. There's a cool water slide doing there.
Wait, did you see his splits there? It was like Serena 1 through 5. It was all like plus 117 on the dots. That's weird. Like he didn't lose or gain any time in 5 splits.
Yeah.
Huh.
Serena 1 through 5. I mean, yeah. If he got the same Manta and played Serena 2, 3, and 4 the same, then yeah, that makes sense. So going into the eel here, eel's a weird fight, and casual players hate it because it's confusing. But once you know how to do it, I actually find eel very fun. Once you get good at it. He's going to try to clean the first 4 teeth in the middle first, because these teeth, when cleaned, basically the eel just kind of ignores them. It doesn't care. If you clean the corner teeth too early, the eel will fall into his hidey hole, which is bad.
Okay, so I've heard a lot of terms thrown around, like 6-tooth eel or however many teeth, and like so. What's the best one, and how does it work?
The best one that most people go for would be 6-tooth. Jeff cleaned 5 teeth in the opening there before the eel went down, so that'd be a 5-tooth. 6-tooth is better, so you basically clean the middle 4 teeth, a gold tooth, which is special, and then one of the white corner teeth, which you have to spray at a specific time to make the eel spray. There's also a task strat that's really hard, which Samurai Man is famous for doing. Saves a few seconds and it's very hard. We also saw, I don't know what Jeff's doing. We also saw a cutscene skip, which saves about 13 seconds. If you're taking damage, or rather if you're in invulnerability frames, when you clean the last tooth, the cutscene just doesn't skip.
Whoa. Oh, really? So is that like a pretty standard strat at like a high level?
Or invulnerability frames are about 2.5 seconds, which means it's not very tight now.
Okay, so pretty much everyone does it, I guess.
Yeah, well, sort of. It's not easy. Like, the timing window is not hard, but you do have to set it up in kind of a particular way if you want to get it.
I swear, there's so much about this game that I never even noticed. Like, if you had asked me about a eel cutscene skip, like,
yeah,
I would
you just think that's normal.
About.
Yeah, you just thought it's normal.
Yeah.
Basically, most runners will like place themselves inside the tooth, the last tooth, to just kind of make it damage you. Because if Mario's inside the tooth, he'll take damage, and then within 2.5 seconds, you clean it off. But sometimes it's weird when it didn't cooperate. Jeff on an auto scroller here. Switch moving into Noki 1. Rico is a little bit shorter than Noki, so like. just because Switchmaster's and Noki, it's not like the end of the world for Jeff, if that makes sense.
So Noki, pretty tough stage, right? Especially the 6th shine. Like really scary secret.
Yes. Pretty good Noki one from Switchmaster. Missed the first wall kick on the wheel. That's a hard strat, so probably got second cycle, I'd imagine here.
Switch is on 117 pace, 118 pace.
I would agree. If he was truly like a minute and a half behind his PB, I'd say then that's a doable 117. But 118 if there's little mistakes here and there.
Unless my eyes deceived me, Switch busting out the sweat rag, typical speedrunner play.
Oh man, I didn't see it.
Pretty great strat.
So we'll see what strats Jeff goes through here. Different runners will approach the entrance a little bit different to Noki 6 here. You're probably familiar with the ropes movement, which Switch probably does. But this movement Jeff's doing is only a couple seconds slower, and it's a lot safer. So definitely a good race strat, I'd say.
Yeah, I mean, that's one reason races are cool. Like, you see different strats than typical runs.
Oh yeah, for sure. Oh man, there's 2 really good movement levels at the same time. I want to watch both. A good cycle here. Yeah, a good cycle here in Noki 6 would be Green Cycle, which Jeff's not going to make, unfortunately. Kind of, what happened there was Jeff wanted to press A to jump and then B immediately after to dive. Switch got Noki too, good. But if you press B too early, Mario will instead just kind of hang off the rope like an idiot. So Mario's kind of dumb sometimes.
He's not exactly college educated. He is a plumber, working class sort of guy.
No diss to the working class, but yeah, Mario's an idiot.
Of course.
But this level's scary. Jeff got through it just fine. No deaths, so that is good. Mario's definitely a himbo, I'd agree.
A himbo? I don't think I know that term.
Oh, you know a bimbo?
Oh, I see. Okay.
You get it. We're out here shaming uneducated people.
Yeah, gotta hate it.
Jeff going for an early kind of trigger for Shadow Mario there. It's a little scary. And he's going to bonk. I respect the strat he was going for there.
This is one of the tougher Shadow Marios, isn't it? Because there's like a really hard quick kill, if I remember correctly.
It's not the hardest, but it's definitely the most punishing if you miss it.
Just curious, what would you say is the hardest Shadow Mario?
The hardest Shadow Mario, as far as normal strats, yeah, it'd be this one.
Okay, cool.
But there are quick kills that are harder. Like basically, there's normal strats and then there's quick kills. So that isn't even the fastest way to kill him. Like if you see in Nindide's world record, he actually kills Shadow Mario on his opening platform with a really, really precise ground pound spam spray. It's kind of insane, actually.
Crazy. Imagine going for a strat like that on 113.
Oh, one of the pitfalls of Save Warp route, Shadow Mario is running around the plaza with a turbo nozzle, and you can bonk into him.
Oh, is he just kind of right in your path, like inconveniently?
Yeah. I don't know what the normal not hoverless Save Warp movement is to avoid him, but yeah.
It's kind of funny. It's just he's such a small character, but he's right in your way.
It's true. And bonking Shadow Mario is really unfortunate. You saw it twice there, where if Shadow Mario bonks you backwards, Mario sits down for 3 seconds. It's really terrible. If he bonks you forwards, it's not bad, but you're usually not going to get bonked forwards.
Okay.
So we'll probably see... could potentially see a 6-tooth eel from Switchmaster here. I know he goes for it, so we'll see how fast he's able to clean these teeth. Gets a good hover on one. That's a good way to start. And clean the other side. Quickly hover, switch to this one. Looks like he's going for the gold tooth here. And that's a 6-tooth. Very quick. He's getting eaten. Oh no. He got eaten by the eel. Yeah. So that's the danger of going for 6-tooth if you're not quite fast enough on that 6-tooth. you have potential to get eaten. So
Hate to see it.
yeah, and so he's gonna have to do. Let's see. He needs to not clean that corner tooth too early here, or maybe he will. Okay, yeah. So that's what happens if you clean the corner tooth normally. He'll just go back into his hole. But if you clean it at the right time, he actually won't go down. So, kind of unfortunate. Eel's hard. It's not super easy to do the right thing every time. And just skipping the cutscene skip, might as well just get it done. So.
You say it's a fun shine, but like to me, it just seems like hanging out in the water and having to do annoying movements. Like,
I think it's fun to master it. I'd say because I do 6-tooth and runs, and I'm pretty consistent with it. Not trying to toot my horn, but like basically, I'm just saying like once you get good at it, I think it's very fun.
Okay, fair enough.
But when you don't exactly know what to do, it's very tough. Jeff doing his blooperless race here. A bit of a weird angle on his water slide. It was a little time, but not too bad overall.
Dude, the race music kind of be a cat jam, honestly. Pretty sick song.
I would agree. If we had cat jam in chat, I would definitely be spamming cat jam.
Same here.
Let's see. Switchmaster's doing his obligatory auto scroller with Piantissimo there.
At least this game gives you breaks, right? Because you got the Piantissimo auto scrollers and like some pretty like standard shines that can't lose you much time. It's not just all action all the time.
Yeah, and sometimes I think people think downtime in games is bad. Like, oh, like
it's not.
It should just be action the whole time. But like sometimes it can be really exhausting if you are just having to play the whole time, no breaks at all. So I'd say it's pretty good. Jeff with the clean Rico 3 here, definitely saving time over Switch on that.
I mean, SMS has got, random cutscenes. SMO, there's 20 seconds between kingdoms and then like some time of mashing. SM64, it's like 7 seconds between stars. But like, think about a game like Celeste, right? It's literally action for 30 minutes. I don't know how
it's so good that Celeste has the paused in-game timer when you're between levels. If it wasn't for that, like that game would be so hell to run, I bet.
I bet so.
It'd be so hard. Switch about to do Noki 6. We're going to see hopefully a good Rico 4 from Jeff here. I doubt he will do the Beyblade. Maybe he does do Beyblade, though. I could be wrong.
Beyblade?
It looks like he's doing Beyblade. So basically, sorry, I didn't explain that. When Mario does a spin on the ground, he kind of goes into this spinning state, and if you jump, he does a spin jump, right? Additionally, if Mario goes down certain slopes, he'll gain a lot of speed, and you can still jump while you're doing that. Put those two together, and you get a very fast spin jump.
Oh, okay, makes sense.
Which was only discovered in 2019, I think. It was pretty recent.
Really?
Saves a couple seconds in different shines, but yeah, that's a new movement tech that, I don't know, maybe a couple people knew about and just didn't think it saved time, but yeah.
It seems like a pretty, almost, I don't want to say basic, but like pretty obvious mechanic that would surely get discovered sooner, right?
I know, right? It seems weird that we just kind of found it in 2019. Jeff, I'm sorry I doubted you. Good Beyblade. I only doubt you because I had trouble learning Beyblade myself. That's the only reason I doubt. Like, I don't know, Beyblade's pretty hard, but.
So does the ground pound give you more height in this game? Like I see Switch ground pounding before the rope to get more heights.
Correct. Ground pounding places Mario's position a little bit higher than normal, and so grabbing ropes.
Just like SM64. Okay.
Yeah, and you do the same thing with shine sprites as well as you do with stars.
Yeah, I've noticed that. It's interesting how like in SMO, if you grab a moon, you get the moon. There's no momentum carry.
Oh yeah.
But like
same with like Mario Galaxy.
Right. Yeah, but like in both games, SM64 and SMS, like it matters. Like you need to be concerned with your momentum before grabbing the shine/star.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, in Noki 6, there's certain movement strats you do to try to, I don't know, maybe a couple people knew about and just didn't think it saved time, but yeah. It seems like a pretty obvious mechanic that would surely get discovered sooner, right? not jump too high at the end, so you can just fall into the shine sooner. Because it matters when you fall to the ground. Like, and even in our individual level speedruns, like we time it by when you fall to the ground, not when you grab the shine actually.
Right.
Or not when you touch the shine.
SM60. In SM64, we would call that XCam. Do you guys just call it real time or what?
It's shine get timer.
Okay.
Is what we call it. But Switch with a clean Noki 7 there did not have Shadow Mario run away, and so we finally kind of get a glimpse into how far Switch is ahead here. About 2 levels. So let's see. Jeff has to do Rico 6 and Rico 7, which is going to take about almost 2 minutes. Or no, a little over 2 minutes. But if you factor in the delay Jeff had in starting, just because of ISO, then like their runs are like pretty similar. So like good stuff from Jeff.
Oh yeah, fast Corona. Are we gonna see some of that out of either of these?
I doubt it.
Fast Corona is right.
I doubt fast Corona is not worth it in a race.
Okay.
I would only expect Dide to do that in this tournament, just because he's done it a lot, and he is Dide, so.
He's probably pretty comfy with it at this point.
Oh yeah. No, fast Corona is not, like, I don't know. It's definitely doable, but at the end of a run, I don't know, man. It's only at 4 seconds, so, if 4 seconds decides this whole, 3-hour tourney, then, or this whole 3-hour relay, then I'd be surprised, so.
Yeah. I mean, at that point, all the better, right? Because we got a heck of a race on our hands.
True. I could switch to, whatever. Switch is going into the final fight. He's using rocket storage to store his vertical momentum and then basically store 2 rockets at once, which your vertical momentum kind of increases exponentially with storing rockets versus just using rockets normally. So it's a very fast way to get up. And Switch going into the final Bowser fight. On pace for 118 if Bowser does not kill him, but this fight can be a little scary. You gotta ground pound the 5 pillars, but Goop can come at you from any side, and it's very scary. So hopefully he plays it safe and just kind of... Hopefully he just kind of plays it safe and just doesn't die to Goop, because I don't want to see another death here.
Monka S, dude.
Oh, there's a Goop, but he should be fine. Shouldn't fall. Just a little time loss. That's fine. Ends on the 4th platform. This platform is weird. It crumbles in a different way than the other ones. But he looks like he's fine. And Switchmaster's done. Time of 1:18:25. Pretty good time for a race.
Nice. GG's a Switch.
Switchmaster is done. All right.
What a guy. Gonna take a really small BRB here while Jeff is doing Corona.
Sure thing. I will watch Jeff's Corona with heated anticipation. Yeah, Jeff, no fast Corona, obviously. I mean, Switch isn't doing fast Corona, Regular Corona is pretty standard. You're not going to see too much variance or anything crazy with it, so just got to put out these flames with your water. Hopefully, hover, wait a little bit, and you're good to go. Hard part's obviously fast boat, which Switch did just fine, and we'll see how Jeff does on fast boat. This boat's a little bit of a bear to control, so just gotta align your pump a weird way, and you're good to go. Good Corona from Jeff. See if rocket storage goes all right. Oh, didn't quite let go of the rocket in time there, or didn't let go of the L trigger in time there. Basically, going out of sidestep is what cancels your rocket, and so that enables rocket storage basically. And we're waiting to see Infinite Gamer pop up for SMO here. We'll try to switch to some Mario Odyssey autos soon if we can get it. But otherwise, though, we'll see Jeff hopefully close out this 119 here. Hopefully no trolling from Bowser here. Oops, a little scary, but a lot of times it looks like it's going to hit you and doesn't. Yeah, this is a very good race from Jeff. Only a minute off his PB, looks like, assuming nothing happens. Actually, less than a minute. Less than a minute, because it's a high 118 as his PB, so very good from Jeff. And last ground pound finishing out with 119.36. Very hot. GG's to Jeff. His
Yeah,
team had
but
oh, go ahead.
I was saying Team Clint pretty solidly in the lead, it looks like.
Yeah, and if I'm not mistaken, our two SMO runners are very similar in skill level, are they not?
Yeah, we got Infinite Gamer and Trobin, I think both 102 runners, if I'm correct. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, I think their PBs were in the 102 range there. Let's see. Do we have audio for our next runners yet? We shall see. Just trying to switch over here. I think I failed to hit done on Jeff. There we go. We're going to make it happen soon enough. Infinite Gamer and Trobin are going to be coming in here soon. Again, Twitch is a little bit of a bear to work with sometimes, so.
It really can be. Oh, Trobin already going here, in cap.
Very nice. I'll let you take over. I need to fix something.
Okay, sure thing. Yeah, so it looks like we're still getting Infinite's stream pulled up, but Trobin already making moves here in Cap Kingdom. Pretty, casual pause for the fans right before grabbing the frog. So yeah, if I'm correct, I'm going to check out the leaderboards here. I want to see what their PBs are, because I do believe that both of these runners are actually pretty close in PB. So, yeah, we see Team Clint. Okay, we actually got some feed. We got Infinite Gamer in Cascade. Already getting pretty dicey. Speedrun.com being the wonderful website that it is, under a lot of pressure, according to the site. Trying to get their PBs pulled up.
Yeah, they're both, I can pull it up on the spreadsheet here if they're not too different.
Oh, right, the spreadsheet. What am I doing, man?
There is a spreadsheet, yeah. So, Trobin's PB is looking at a 102.42. Infinite Gamer... Oh, there, Infinite, 102.48. So, very neck and neck, unless they have recently PB'd.
Wow, okay. So, Team Clint, very much, if I'm willing, if I'm going to make a bold prediction here. Missing audio.
Okay, switching to Trobin for audio here, real quick.
Okay, yeah, I'm hearing the audio.
Perfect.
But yeah, if going to make a very bold prediction here, commentator's curse. I'm thinking Team ClintStevens is very slated to win this race. Now, of course, there's always the potential for Mario meltdowns, but SMO, it's not quite the game where you're going to bonk at the end of TTC 100 and lose a minute, right? It's if you're a kingdom ahead, then you're pretty you're going to win the race more or less. But we'll see what happens here. There's anything can happen, man.
So I think Team Clint and SM64, they're about a minute ahead, right? A minute and a half, maybe. And
yeah.
And only about a minute from Sunshine as well. So we could see almost a 2-minute lead on Team Clint. So I wouldn't say that's insurmountable. I don't know.
Yeah, not at all.
But definitely comfortable lead. So tell me a little bit about SMO. I am super not knowledgeable about this stuff.
Yeah, that's fair.
So what's like a big reset pointer on? What's really tough that the runners reset on a lot?
Well, some of the early kingdoms are pretty difficult. Like Sand, we got some tough movement going on. Some strats like Dram strat, you can lose a lot of time too if you're not careful.
Oh yeah.
Lake Clip and Lake. As 102 runners, I don't know if they're going to be going for Lake Clip, but that can lose you a lot of time. A lot of dumb stuff can happen on that trick. Wooded is the grinder that it is. Wooded is just a very tough kingdom. That could be a major
it's also a cat
point.
jam. It's also a cat jam kingdom. But.
Oh yeah, dude, gotta love the Wooded music. It's too good, man. But yeah, so like early game is a bit of a grinder. It's kind of hard to get runs going in this game, but once we get into the late game, we'll see some pretty major turning points. You know, kingdoms like Luncheon and Bowser's, there's a lot of potential to lose a lot of time. So plenty of pivotal moments await us.
What's like the most important movement tech these runners have to do? Like, I messed around a little bit with speedrun strats when I played this casually, but I don't know, what's like the biggest movement tech they need?
Just like general movement anywhere?
Yeah,
or
sure.
Well, one of the main movements you'll see is a spin pound. So in this game, we have a very convenient way to accelerate Mario to full speed from anywhere you want. You can buffer it out of pretty much anything. Spin pound's going to be the go-to move to give yourself as
you can
much
buffer it
momentum.
during cutscenes even, can't you?
Yeah, cutscenes, right before you land. SMO actually has a very generous buffer when it comes to inputting things, so we can abuse that very well to do spin pounds pretty much anywhere we want.
Very neat.
On top of that, just you're going to see just pretty tight movement, clean lines to get from point A to point B is going to be the name of the game when it comes to SMO speedrunning.
Clean lines, okay. Yeah, it's interesting. In SMS, it's pretty much just water slide to win, and if you don't have Flood, you do rollouts because they're faster than dives, but it seems like Mario can run pretty fast on the ground in this game. In certain scenarios.
Yeah, true. I mean, in terms of, like, just holding the analog stick, no buttons or anything, like, if you compare these three games, SM64, SMS, SMO, it seems like SMS has the fastest just walking speed, and SMO being the slowest. But like I said, in SMO, we have very convenient ways to accelerate Mario to full speed. So you're not going to see much. But it's all killer, no filler here, you know? So it looks like...
don't they do a little... they do a little bit like a timer... They set their switch's clock to the right time so that seed will hatch at the right time, or something like that.
Some timer wizardry here, a bit of cheaty going on. Got DSTA, daylight savings time abuse. You know, we've all seen this plenty of times. Growing the seed an hour in advance, and getting us a quick moon.
I might try to switch to Infinite Gamers audio since they are in the lead. If I can figure out how to do that.
We finally got a clean feed, it looks like, of both gamers setups here.
There we go.
And long last.
I don't suppose there's too much in terms of, like, localization version differences in this game. You pretty much just set the language you want, is that right?
Yeah, you don't have to buy another copy. You know, as long as you got the digital copy, you're playing on the fastest version.
Nice.
There's actually a setting in the settings where you can change the language. So a very easy, like very low barrier to entry for SMO.
Very nice.
It used to be that you had to do a bunch of, you know, craziness to downgrade your game to the 1.0 version, the original release, but 1.3 is fastest now. So pretty much everyone has access to the fastest version of the game, and that's kind of a blessing. Nice. You don't see that with a lot of speed games. Like with SMS, you got to buy a Japanese copy or a PAL copy.
I was going to mention, well, you know, Japanese is actually the cheapest version to buy right now. It only runs you like $30 or something. So, you know, the other versions are more expensive. So we're kind of in a lucky situation ourselves.
Yeah, I mean, still, when you think about people that want to speedrun SMS, like their childhood copy, it's probably going to be the, you know, English version if you live in America at least. But with SMO, pretty much everyone has and like SM64, not everyone has an N64, not everyone has the right copy of the game. Yeah. So that's one really great reason SMO is a good speed game, because it's very easy to get the fastest version.
Does seem to be the Zoomer Mario game of choice these days.
It definitely is. I mean, if you look at the top 30, maybe even the top 50 of SMO, pretty young. I would say the average age for SMO is pretty young. Definitely the Zoomer Mario game of choice.
That's pretty cool.
It is cool.
So we're already into Lake Kingdom, right? For Infinite Gamer here.
Yeah, so I don't know if he's going for this lake clip here. I would expect not, but I wouldn't be surprised if he is.
Oh yeah, you forego the zipper, right?
You still do the zipper. You forego the boss fights with the lake clip.
Oh, I see. I thought late clip put you like right here or something. Never mind.
This is where the clip starts. He's not going for it. He's going for the standard boss fight. I don't blame him. Late clip is a very finicky strat, and the boss fight is frankly safer in a race.
Very fair.
Not only a good speed game, but a good casual game. I agree, Mind of Me. I mean, SMO is one of my favorite casual games ever. It's really cool.
I did have a lot of fun playing this casually. He's moving really fast with that fish. That's all like motion control shakes, isn't it?
Actually, the game doesn't tell you this, but if you press jump and cap throw at the same time, so B and Y at the same time, he'll actually accelerate with the fish. It's no motion controls. It's kind of strange that the game doesn't tell you how to do that, but
is that similar with other captures or no?
Most captures actually use motion controls. The fish is like the rare one that there's no motion controls you really need. You do the motion control to hit the ground pound spot, but that's about it.
Very interesting.
Yeah, but everyone knows
like
SMO.
Boss fight.
It is. It's quite easy. It's a little tough for beginners to learn, but once you got it, it's impossible to screw up. So yeah, Team Rolling Star still has a bit of a really big deficit to overcome.
For sure.
We're gonna need some major chokes out of Infinite. And Infinite is he's the last line of defense. It looks like for Team ClintStevens. He's really got to put on a show. Not let any mistakes slip through the cracks. The input drops. I don't think there's a lot of input drops because this game doesn't have much lag.
What's like does SMO have a pretty active racing scene or?
I don't know about racing because it seems like most runners are just focused on their own grinds and don't care as much about racing. I think racing was more of a thing kind of back in the day for like speedrun boomers.
You're actually probably right. Yeah. With like Super Metroid and a lot of those earlier games. Yeah, that's probably true. I was just curious what a common race time is for SMO and like kind of what they're looking to get in these races.
Oh yeah, I would say a 102 is a really good race time for like a high level player. I would personally be really happy with a 102 in a race, but that's just me. It depends on what your PB is, depends on what your level of consistency is.
Right.
I would say 103 is like the classic race time you want to hit. Like I said, if your PB is a 57, a 103 would be pretty bad, obviously, but it just depends on the race. For these racers in particular, a 103 would be a really great race time here.
Yeah, that sounds like 119 for Mario Sunshine, I'd say.
Right.
Probably like similar. Like, that's the time you want to get, any worse than that, you're like,
Yeah, don't want to go up into the 120s, right? Don't want to add another tens place.
Yeah.
So Infinite is here in Wooded. Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
So doing tree routes. Sometimes tree routes becoming a lot more common these days. You don't see many people go for Story Moon anymore. Tree route used to be more of an avant-garde type of thing, I would say, but pretty common now. Going for a standard nut clip route here. Any mid-level player you'll see do this route. It saves a lot of time and it's not too hard. Can mess it up though. Very easy to mess up.
Alright, clip through the wall there. Interesting.
Yeah, I don't know how much of SMO you've seen, but this is a very huge time save in Wooded.
Really?
Yeah, it's.
I
don't want to say
possible, but
yeah. So when you collect a moon, there's a little period of time where you can cap throw, and then Mario's position will be sort of stored. So he'll actually clip through the wall after the moon cutscene, and that's what's abused here. We skip the boss fight, get 3 really quick moons, and just take a much cleaner route through Wooded. It saves 30 seconds.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I'm surprised how much time it saves still, but
that's pretty crazy.
It is required at a top level.
Yeah, I imagine that's stuff like that's cause for some early resets.
Yeah, it definitely is, and it's not just the clip itself. There's some tough movement getting to the other moons, navigating the out of bounds section. Wooded's just a hard kingdom, man. Every part of this kingdom is hard. Any runner will tell you.
Ooh, that looks really clean.
Infinite.
Oh, was that not good? Whoops.
Yeah,
that looks super fast.
Yeah, Mario was moving fast indeed, but not quite in the right direction. Yeah, he's going for red. I don't know. I don't know how he got that angle. I guess he just did the roll cancel weird and maybe just thumb slipped. But yeah, you try to roll cancel out of that maze for maximum, because when you roll cancel in this game at a 90-degree angle, you conserve all your speed from your roll. And that's what he was trying to do, but he went the wrong way.
Yeah, I could see how that would be kind of unfortunate.
Trobin himself is making his moves in wooded, going to be going for tree route as well. Never seen that roll cancel. Me neither, Danny. That's why I was pretty surprised.
Yeah, this game. Yeah, I bet there's still some Mario meltdowns to come. That we can still see some.
Trobin with the nut clip. Okay, cool. Nut clip is pretty consistent strat once you kind of got it down. It's all rhythm. Ooh. Okay, yeah. Trobin, he was looking a little low there in the out of bounds, but he made it out and gonna be doing pretty much the same exact movement as Infinite.
Very nice.
Messing up movement in this game doesn't lose that much time, but it can add up fast. Yeah, at SMO, I think of SMO as sort of like the anti-SMS, because like SMS is like you're playing minutes off Sob, and like 2 minutes off Sob would be like a really good run, right?
Yeah.
And
I mean,
the
it does
world
have,
record.
there's definitely levels where little time losses add up. I mean, that's how you get to the high level times, like your 115. It's just like not obvious, I guess, to like a viewer.
Yeah, one thing that frustrates me is you have to play really close to Sob in SMO. Like the world record, the 57-54, that run was like maybe 40 seconds off Sob, which would be unheard of in a game like SMS, right?
Oh no, yeah, you will not see a run that's 40 seconds off Sob. I'm just gonna say that.
Yeah, and even SM64, like there's much less RNG than SMS, but like D whatever's world record, his Sob was a 45, and the 46 was barely possible. 30 off Sob.
I feel like we'll see lower 46s sometime soon. It seems possible.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you got D, Tago, Ouija grinding.
Oh yeah,
a lot of new strats being implemented.
Oh yeah, sorry, Sob. We're using speedrunner terms. We're too much of Zoomers. We're using all our speedrun terminology. Some of best segments are, in other words, the best you've done on a certain segment in your run combined. And so it's like, if you played perfectly, this is the time you would get, which, is going to be a lot better than your final time.
Yeah, so like your Sob is basically going to be like your ideal run. Like if everything goes perfect, this is the time you'll get. But obviously everything's not going to go perfect. So like your PB might be like a minute off Sob because you've made a minute's worth of mistakes in the course of the run. And different games have different amounts that you'll typically lose to your Sob. So, and I'm saying SMO is you have to be more of a perfect player to get a great time in this game.
Yeah, I could agree.
Doesn't mean it's any harder or easier. BTT, not Sob. I meant for the personal runner. Obviously, BTT is going to be the fastest movement compiled over all the players.
Is there any crazy tech for this Bowser fight, or?
Yeah, there's normally the intended strat is Bowser will throw out all these hats, and you gotta chase the white hat down, capture it, punch the guy. But there's a little window of time where you can cap throw next to Bowser, and Mario will instantly collect the cap. It's nice. Usually it looks pretty hard, but most people learn it at like a pretty intermediate level. But that's about it. It's pretty hard to mess up at a high level.
Legit.
We got Lost, though. Lost is definitely a manga-esque kingdom. A lot of tough movements. Insta-death zones can really make this place scary.
Ooh. Oh?
Pretty good exit for Trobin. The low 19. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Low 19. Did we catch Infinite's exit, or?
Yeah, what was Infinite's wooded exit? I'm kind of curious.
That's a great question. I would not know. Yeah, these jumps look precarious.
Especially that is a very appropriate word. Infinite, don't activate the klepto!
No!
He woke the bird. The rage capture is coming in full force.
Oh,
Infinite.
no.
That is not what you want to see. Filling up his hard drive, man. with the photographs.
That seems rather huge. I know you're supposed to skip that whole sequence, aren't you?
Yeah, this is the casual strat. You're not supposed to touch the klepto zone. Gotta hate it, man. Well, I mean, Infinite, he's not in as hot of a water as he thinks he is. He still has a full one kingdom lead over Traubin.
Right.
And obviously that mistake is frustrating at the moment, but it's a race.
Yeah.
You just want to get the best race time possible. It doesn't matter how bad the run is.
Yeah, around 30 seconds, would that be?
Probably.
Yeah.
But don't worry, Infinite, I can relate. I had a race where I not only woke up the Klepto, but I tried to get the Tree Moon, but I didn't realize that if you touch the tree, it activates the... sorry, I died and lost, and then I touched the Tree Moon, and then the tree didn't realize it wakes up Klepto, woke up Klepto, and lost like 10 years. So it feels bad.
Yeah, comfy lead provided by Flixer and Switchmaster, so definitely don't want to see anything else like that, though.
Infinite kind of getting a diet sort of cage triple here, or I don't know. I guess that's like the regular movement for not cage triple if you don't do stone cage.
Interesting. So is there any variation in which moons you get here, or is it pretty much the same ones?
Yeah. This is one of the few kingdoms where you can actually swap out moons depending on what you're comfy with. The fastest movement is that the cage that Infinite just did, except you don't long jump to it. You kind of triple jump, and it's really fast. You can also go for the stone cage below the platform. There's a few different options, just depending on what movement you're comfy with.
Gotcha. The Klepto doesn't give a moon, does it?
No, he's purely there to steal Cappy.
It would be nice if, like, at least you got a moon from it or something,
Yeah, it's kind of a jip, man. I mean, he steals Cappy, and then, like, you got to go through all this work, and then all you get is something you already had. I mean, this moon hands out, or this game hands out moons like they're candy. They could at least, throw in another one.
I think, what is this, City Kingdom? What is this called?
Metro.
Metro, right. I think this is probably my favorite one, casually. I thought it was really cool, just the spectacle of it all.
Yeah, that's a great spectacle, definitely. I mean, it's one of the crown jewels of the game, one of the most impressive parts of it. Just a full, just comprehensive city, I guess. It's just it's very out of character for a Mario game, but it works great in this game.
The full orchestral jump up superstar and stuff like that. Just I don't know. That was just really cool. Obviously,
the game puts on a show. Right. I mean, you don't get really to see that same sort of spectacle in any percent. There is a category though called World Peace, where you actually achieve the end state of all kingdoms, and so in Metro, that means that in World Peace, you actually get to see the festival, get to go through all the spectacle. It's fun. It's nice and satisfying. It's cool.
Yeah, I guess the name of the game here is just get to Mecha Wiggler as fast as possible, so you can get all the daytime stuff.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, when you think about it, any percent is kind of like a selfish speedrun. Mario not really caring about the locals, just kind of zooming on through, getting in, out as fast as he can.
Just cares about his girl.
That's all that matters in the end, bro. Traubin is only about 10-15 seconds behind his PB. Interesting. So this could be a possible PB pace for Traubin if he continues to play well.
I don't know.
Sometimes you see runners pop off in a race, just get a PB they never expected.
Yeah, it does happen a lot with kind of intermediate players. It's like they're not quite at that high level where it's impossible to PB, and so they can definitely whip out stuff like that.
Yeah, in races, it puts you in a different frame of mind, right? And sometimes the chemicals they intermingle. You get the right amount of just nervousness and pressure, and sometimes it just all lines up, and you get a fat race PB.
And you skip that dumb strat that you shouldn't be going for that always loses your runs, and you just get a good run.
Right. Plus 13 on your 100 for the lost exit doge. Doge, you're lost like 50 seconds and lost, I think, so it's not saying much.
Dang, some shade being thrown by Nick here.
Yeah, my apologies. I probably shouldn't have said that, but Doge deserves it. I mean, if anything, I'm not even roasting Doge. I'm like more so highlighting how impressive it is to get a 1-0-0 with losing that much in loss, right?
Sure, great late game. So Mecha Wiggler's like, is it more auto-scroller or is it like kind of RNG fest?
The first part is completely auto-scroller. The second part, there is RNG, whether you get a good pattern. There's like 8 different patterns you can get or something. Correct me if I'm wrong, chat. Sometimes you get a pattern where you can just kind of chill and then shoot in the same place, and the shots will just line up perfectly. Other times the pattern is more accurate, or not more accurate, more inconvenient. I don't know where accurate came from. So it is a small RNG element, and it can be annoying at times.
Gotcha. Oh. Oh, nice delayed capture. I forgot that was a strat.
Yeah, a little dram strat for you. Or capture warp, as it is properly known as.
Capture warp. Ah, yeah.
Dram 55, in fact, had nothing to do with that strat.
You just call anything that's a clip dram because of that one dram strat.
Yeah, pretty much. It's kind of like one of the older memes in the SMO community. Just everything's called dram for no reason.
I love that strat. Just fling right down to the bench and hang out with this guy.
Yeah, it's sick, dude. Like, Infinite caught a bit of a bad cycle. You want to be in front of the car, not behind it. And if the car is right in your way, it's pretty trash. Oh, Infinite going for this weird route. This is like a classic route you'd see. It's not really a modern thing at all, where you go straight to the roof after that girder moon. Usually with the beginner route, you want to go to the musician first and talk to Pauline, and then warp up here, but he's doing a late musician sort of route. Interesting.
We are seeing lots of weird routes today. Every race had a weird route in it.
Yeah. It's so strange.
I mean, the SMS one was more or less expected, but, you know.
Yeah, Mini Beast, I'm not really talking about the time loss or save. I'm just saying it's just a strange route to see, is all I'm saying.
Robin having a chant with the benchman.
One of the more wholesome moons, I would say. Just be the guy's friend, he gives you a moon.
Car wasn't in the way for that one.
Oh, yeah. So Infinite, the race is getting a bit closer. Trobin, very good movement out of him, I think, this whole race. Definitely making up time against Infinite. I mean, he's had a severe deficit.
A little bit of weirdness in stand from him, but otherwise, yeah, seems pretty good.
I mean, if this trend keeps up, we could see a pretty neck-and-neck situation towards the late game. But we still, I mean, don't get me wrong, Team Rolling Star still on the back foot here. Team ClintStevens, I think, still slated to win this race. We're going to need some major mistakes out of Infinite. We're going to need a choke or two,
Had the one and lost. I mean, what's like another huge, like, I don't know. What's another huge loss?
The most glaring example I can think of is in Bowser's Kingdom, the mech fight. If you fall off the mech, that can lose you 30 seconds easy.
Because you try to avoid using that the bird during that fight, right?
Yeah, you don't want to use the bird. Neither of these runners will use a bird, I'm quite confident. Snowdram is also a fat time loss. It's a trick jump at the end of Snow. It's not the hardest trick in the world, but it can lose time. If you're nervous, if you're not careful, if you do the inputs wrong, you can lose 20 seconds easy if you miss it. So in Snow Kingdom, we might see a major shift of the sides.
Snow has a really long sequence of jumps over like a huge gap, doesn't it? Or is that more of a top runner thing?
Series of jumps over a huge gap. I'm not sure what you mean exactly.
You're kind of in the snowstorm and like there's a huge gap you cross.
You're thinking of Snowdram, I think. The jump up to the moon.
Maybe it is Snowdram. Maybe you guys should use better naming conventions.
Yeah, maybe we should, man. Maybe the SMO community, not the most understandable list of terminology. It's kind of strange at times. Infinite confirming did not practice Snowdram. Interesting. It's okay. I believe in you, brother. You can do it.
Practice is a scam anyway. Practice doesn't do anything, right? Right?
Practice legit can make you work. The over practicing is a real thing.
I haven't seen over practicing with myself, but I trust
Really.
you.
It depends on how up in your head you get about strats. If you overanalyze a strat and think about it too much,
True.
it's easy to miss, and over practicing can cause that.
It's true. It's true.
So Infinite in snow here, killing the bit rate a bit with these snowstorms.
Oh boy.
It happens. It happens. So Trobin gonna be exiting Metro himself. Like I said, still a fat deficit, but we'll see what happens as we move towards the late game.
Seems like a good run. His timer's still green, which, if he's actually using his splits, then that would mean he's ahead. Hopefully, maybe.
I would imagine he's not quite on PB pace exactly, because he's just made a lot of mistakes, especially in Lost, but
Okay.
he might be using a different comparison or something, I don't know.
Fair enough.
He isn't using his splits. Okay.
It's probably wise not to compare to your PB during a race.
Yeah, you don't need that extra stressor.
Yeah, I don't think I will either, so.
Cammy hitting us with the data. Pretty epic. We got such dedicated analysts in the chat.
Bless chat.
Are we going to see a snow
You
clip?
pretty much avoid all of the... Or do you do any of the... You don't do the race with, like, the bouncing guy, do you?
Yeah. That's only a world peace thing, because it's
Gotcha.
required to achieve world peace. You can clip down into it early, making it actually not the slowest moon in the world. It is 3 moons, but not quite fast enough for any percent.
Very interesting.
As long as it's only like 15 into moon, it's PB pace. Okay, interesting. I mean, feel free to keep us updated. I mean, runner getting PB during a race. Yeah, it'd be great. Infinite not going for the fast camera manip here, just killing all the spinies fast. You can actually leave one of those spinies alive and then manually kill it, and it'll save the time of the camera panning. And it saves a little bit of time, but I don't think Infinite is too concerned with that at the moment.
Looks like you can screw with the camera a lot during cutscenes, and potentially give people, what's it called? Vertigo? I don't know. You can mess with people.
Probably vertigo. I bet camera is a big thing in this game. There's a lot of camera manips where you like skip the camera panning to save some time. There's one in cap. There's one here. A lot of different stuff like that.
That's some Mario RPG tech there, actually. Manipulating the camera so it doesn't move as far.
Mario RPG. Wow, that's a rare speed game right there.
It is. I learned it myself recently. It's pretty fun.
Is it just kind of like Paper Mario, but like more boomer?
I don't know if I'd describe it as like Paper Mario. Paper Mario is very trick related, like very trick heavy. You have to do a lot of tricks. Mario RPG, there's very few tricks. It's mostly just playing good.
So it's like a RPG based, like turn-based battle. So there's probably a lot of like pre-planning the strategy of the battles and whatnot.
Yeah, and you've got platforming heavy segments where you need to do things correctly as well. So that's very interesting.
Because like Paper Mario, you got these like precise, like frame perfect inputs and angle perfect, just like nonsense.
That
Seems
kind
so
of makes
crazy.
me not want to play Paper Mario. I'm like, I don't know, man. These tricks look really hard. But
Okay, so we got Snowdram coming up. This is, if Infinite nails this, he's in a prime position.
oh,
Yep, there you go.
nice.
That setup was golden. I mean, the
Very
camera was a
cool.
little bit weird, but
Do people usually set up the camera like that in first person?
the top runners are gonna not do the setup.
But nice.
But honestly, I can't even fathom how setupless Snowdram even works. Like I'm a freaking monkey, man. I need the setup to carry me, but you'll see most runners above like 1 hour do the full setup. Either way, it's a fast trick. Like we're talking about a difference of like a second.
Not too bad. So what's our next kingdom here? I actually don't remember.
Yeah, Seaside, a bit of a break, you could say. It's not an easy kingdom by any means, but it's one of the easier ones. There's a lot of lines, you know, accurate angles, and just cutting corners as tight as possible in this kingdom. Name of the game.
Snow Dream.
No. Oh, that's really rough. This is the exact opposite scenario Trauben needed. He needed to nail Snowdram and have Infinite failed it.
Second try? Question mark? There we go.
Ooh, that looked a little low, but Snowdram, actually a pretty lenient trick. It's tough to learn, but you can mess it up a fair amount and still make it. So yeah, Trauben has managed to like bridge the gap a bit, but he's might be running out of steam here. Like you never know. You know, we might have seen the comeback story happen in this last leg of the race, but it's looking grim. It's looking grim for Team Rolling Star.
Yeah, I mean, the scenario was like kind of weird. Like definitely ISO was favored for SM64 and didn't pull ahead, and then you know, the gap was a lot closer than it could have been for Jeff and Switch. So like, you know, it was like the cards were kind of lining up. It's like, oh man, is Team Rolling Star going to pull the upset? You know, which still could. Oh.
Yeah, you never know, man. Anything can happen when Mario's involved.
It's true.
So, Infinite, he could lose a bit of time here on Fish Clip. I don't predict he will. Fish Clip is a pretty standard trick. Pretty simple.
Did he just clip into that Dory there?
Dory? No, he just went under Dory and got the moon.
Okay. Looks weird.
Probably some weird camera nonsense going on. Provide that illusion. So line
this
up for Fish Clip. Should be good here. Yeah, pretty standard trick, like I said.
Neat.
Good clip. If you clip back in bounds here, that could be a time loss, but that is a really clean moon grab. So yeah, pretty safe.
Very nice.
Yeah, if you can actually go back into bounds there